live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being black. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being black.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on out there? What's going on? What's going on? This is live, uncut, unedited. This is your boy Martin G.A., aka the Crimechaser, live, uncut, unedited, often imitated but never duplicated. Really. Come on in, come on in. This is live, uncut, unedited. All right, folks, come on in, come on in. We're telling the truth and shame the devil tonight. Appreciate you for tuning in and let me know what city and state that you're representing. That would be great. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. As always, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Yes, I'm definitely glad in it. Glad to be living in the land of the living. Come on in, people. Come on in. Make sure you guys share the video, like the video. Let me just post it up, plug it up, pinned it up on my page so they know that Martin Johnson, aka the Crimechaser, is live, uncut, unedited. We're going to have a show tonight, and some may agree and some may not. So it is what it is. All right. Live, uncut, unedited. Make sure you folks say the video now. I don't want no problems out of you guys. I don't need no problems. You're going to hit the like button. Is we talking about? I got one share already. All right. Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in. We're going to share the video with our audience. And this is live, uncut, unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. All right. Confusion in the dating scene. All right. Come on in, come on in, come on in. All right.
You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth
and what?
And shame the devil. I love
being black. All right, come on in, folks. Come on in, come on in.
You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being black.
I love being black. Come on in, people. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is live, uncut, unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. All right, make sure you tag someone and share that. We're going to talk about confusion in the dating scene. You know, it's a lot of confusion, I tell you. A lot of confusion. This is live, uncut, unedited. All right, come on in.
I love being black. I love being black.
We're still in Black History Month. Y'all done cool down already? You stopped talking about Black history? What, you afraid of Black history? You afraid to relearn, to unlearn, to relearn? All right. Come on in, live, uncut. They're strolling on in. They're strolling on in. All right, come on in. I need you guys. Come on in.
You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth.
And what?
And shame the devil.
I love being black. All right. Come on in, people. Come on in. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. I just shared the video. I need you guys to share the video, tag someone, like the video. I need them likes up. Live, uncut, unedited. Relationship tonight. That's what we're talking about. Relationship, confusion in relationship. Now, I got a lot to talk about, people. I got a whole lot to talk about. Trust me. I got a whole lot to talk about. And we're going to step on some toes tonight. We're going to tell the truth and shame the devil. All right. It's live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, people. Come on in. All right, I need y'all to come on in. Confusion in the dating scene. It seems like black folks got problems. We got problems dating. Anyway, and a lot of times the people want bragging rights because they single. You single by choice. You don't have to be single. You made a choice to be single. Period. All of us made a choice. I tell you, all of us made a choice. I tell you, I love being black. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. I love being black. Come on in, people. We're live, uncut, unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. We're going to be a little controversial tonight. If you soft tonight, this may not be the live for you tonight. But we're going to talk and tell the truth and shame the devil. Come on in.
You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being black.
All right, come on in. Come on in, folks. It's live, uncut, unedited. I appreciate you for tuning in. I'm going to get the shouting some names out in a minute. Give me a minute. I just want to send my notifications out, my personal notifications, so that I know some people that asked me to send them. It's live, uncut, unedited, people. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. All right, the numbers are right. Make sure you guys share the video too. We're talking about dating. It's something that a lot of us have problems with. We definitely have problems in this area. A lot of us. Live, uncut, unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. All right. Talking about relationship tonight. Some of us been married. Some of us been divorced. Some of us separated. All right. Come on in, folks. This is live, uncut. We got to talk tonight. It's going down tonight. Confusion in relationship. That's what we want to talk about. Confusion. And as I said earlier, a lot of us are single by choice, by some of the decisions that we've made. And that's real talk. By choice. All right. I'm trying to find a few more people that I know I can come on in and talk to by choice. All right, let's get to rolling. Let me get in these comments. All right, let's get these comments. Let's see how many people we got checking in with us. All right. Any birthdays on here before I get started? Felisa Lewis, India Baker, Cornelius Nelson. What's up, my brother? Stefan Green. What's up, Stefan Green? That's right. All right, Indiana in the house, people. Nathan, what's going on? Lewis Ramsey. Hey, brother, I appreciate you. All right. Darion Lee. Hello from Michigan, by the way, of 103rd. Okay. Tamara. Good evening, Martin. Okay. LaDonna Horton. All right, sister. Sheila Rogers. All right. Mr. Joliet in the house. I see you, Nathan. Sandra Randall. Hey, Martin, your skin looks fabulous. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I try to keep it up. Drink a lot of water. Try to stay away from them little bad foods, but I got a little habit. I'm trying to break. Tracy Taylor. Hey, how you doing, Tracy? All right. Is that Detricia? Oh, Lord. It was in my inbox from this live, and I'm about to be quiet. All right, girl. I just ignored it. Laugh out loud. Y'all stop playing. All right. All right. I hope it was a good man in your inbox. All right, Kennard. Hey, Martin. When you plan on shame the devil tonight,
Tell the truth
and what?
and shame the devil.
That's right. Sylvia, what's up, Sylvia? Dating is outdated. That's for you, Sylvia. You probably ain't got no hope. You probably been married a couple of times. You didn't have children. You got grandchildren now. Hey, it's probably over for you. But you got some young folks out here that hey, they desire relationships. They did like I got callers calling in already. Latricia, what you say? She said, I love being single. No drama. I'm stress free. The dating scene is horrible. Nowadays, like picking cotton in our past. Oh, it can't be that bad. It can't be that bad now. Diane Gangs. All right. All right. LJ, LaShawn, Janice, I think. What us talking about now? We're talking about dating. Dating, that's what we're talking about on the dating scene. All right, Nisha Thomas Taylor, I see you. Hey, I got a couple of callers on here tonight. They ready, boy. Look at y'all women. Yeah, I guarantee these women in my inbox. Y'all women. I know y'all women. This got to be women. I know it's women. Men ain't gonna call in too quick. You know, they. I'll tell you. All right. Somebody flushing toilet seat. Oh, somebody got hot on us. All right. Sylvia Stone, I can only speak for. How y'all doing? All right. I'm just acknowledging. How you doing? I'm just acknowledging people. Y'all got me laughing. I'm blushing. My goodness, Raven Harris. I tell you, y'all, it's gonna be some talk tonight. It's gonna be some arguing. No cussing tonight, y'all. All right, no cussing tonight. Y'all been going crazy these last couple of days, boy. People in my inbox. Kevin, what's up, bro? All right, okay. All right, come on, lady. I'm gonna start with 2120. Come on now, talk to me.
Hey, Martin.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
I'm smiling. I hope you can see me on the camera. I'm smiling because I know this is gonna be an interesting conversation. Go ahead. Now hold on.
I think so too.
Before you get started, let me put this out there in the universe. Martin Johnson is not a relationship specialist. I want to put that. I am the crime chaser now, but I'm not a relationship specialist. Okay. I too have problems in that area too. So I just want to put that out there. Go ahead, my dear sister. Go ahead.
I think myself personally, I am single, and I am one of those people that are single by choice. I get all the time, why are you single? Why are you not married? And sarcastically, but honestly, I tell them the reason I'm not married is because I said no, because I figured that in order to be married, they ask you a question and you say yes or no, and I always say no. I figured the person is not my person. However, times now in the dating scene, yeah, there's still a lot of fish in the sea. You know, You got a host of admirers, right?
Right.
But the water is so contaminated. The water is so contaminated.
That ain't you flushing no toilet, is it?
Not at all.
Okay.
I'm not sure who that is.
Okay. No, yeah, when she done talking, you can. She's still talking. The sister's still talking. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead, 21.
Yeah, it's just bad. I had a close friend of mine. He told me, he said, you know what? The problem is, you probably can't find nobody because you stuck. You stuck in the 1960s. You know, we don't, this 2020, what do you say, 2023 at the time. He said, yeah, you got, your morals, nobody's looking for no husband or no wife, If you do find a man, you have to not be so naive to think that he's just going to stick with you. And he was serious about that. He stood on how he felt, but at the same time, it pissed me off because I'm like, why is that like that? Like, and I pray that, and I say to myself, thinking, man, it's the devil. That's the devil, because ain't no way in hell. It's still good people out here that's looking for.
I want to ask you a question. If I may ask, just a couple of you don't have to answer. You don't have to refuse, because see, they don't know who you are. A lot of time people ask me questions, but they see my face. They don't see you guys' face. They just hear a voice. Right. How old are you, if I may ask?
41.
41. Have you ever been married before?
I have not been married. I've been very close to marriage. Very much close.
You have any children?
I've been proposed to.
Okay.
I have one.
Okay.
I've been proposed to 1,000,001 times.
What happened? Why you didn't ever accept none of the proposals?
Because they weren't it. They was not it.
Okay. What's your ideal husband? I want to know. You think? Your idea of husband. Just speaking on your point of view, nobody else's. I want to hear about what's your idea of a husband or soulmate.
My idea of a husband. My ideal of a husband is, first of all, that is a man of God.
Okay.
You know, nobody's perfect.
Man of God. Okay.
Someone that we are compatible. We are equally yoked. I'm looking for, and I'm not even looking. Let me not say that because this ain't no dating thing. But I'm not looking for anything, to be honest.
Well, we talk about your ideal husband, regardless. Go ahead.
I prefer a man that is a provider, a man that has the ability to lead me, a man that I can respect, a man that I can reverence as my husband, and someone that, like I said, we can be equally yoked. We are equally yoked. That's very important to me, and that's it in all areas, not just spiritual wise. I'm talking about physical, sexually. We have to be equally yoked. He has to be my best friend. And we have to have the same goals, so we can survive and make it, but it's not.
I want to ask you a question.
Beautiful.
Hold it right there.
Yes.
What's the duties of a wife to you?
The duties of a
To you. I'm not speaking for the whole world, but to you. All right.
To me, the real duties of a wife is to submit to her husband.
Okay, now now hold it right there. I want to ask a question. How do you submit to a man, to your husband? How do you submit? I want to see if you can explain that to me.
Well, in order to submit.
Oh, now I hear conditions. I hear conditions. Now, in order to submit, to commit, I hear conditions. Go ahead. I see. Well, that's a red flag right there. Go ahead.
To submit, but to submit to a man.
No, we talking about your husband. Okay, go ahead. If he's your husband.
Well, to submit to your husband. To submit to your husband, he has to make sure he's submitted to Christ. He has to be a leader. He can't just say, okay, well, I'm the head of the household, or expect to be respected to be the leader, but he's not a leader. There's a lot of men out here. They want the title. They want that's a heavy title, but they don't know how to lead. There's a lot of men out here that does not know how to lead at all. And I know this for a fact. I have been proposed to a lot of times. And yes, I have denied. I have declined because it's important that a man be able to lead. I have to trust his judgment. I have to trust it. I have to put my full faith in his judgment for us. And I know that I have to know that he's level-headed, that he can lead my household. He can lead us to the next step and the next endeavors in life. But if he's what they say, the Bible says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So he can't be double-minded. He got to know that he know, and he got to know what he's doing. He got to know what he's talking about. For a woman, for his wife to truly submit to him, follow his leadership.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Have you ever submitted to a man?
Absolutely.
When?
I have.
When?
I have. He did my last relationship, actually.
When y'all didn't get married?
And it wasn't too long ago.
Y'all didn't get married?
It wasn't too long ago.
But what? Y'all didn't get married? No. He didn't ask to marry you or what?
He asked to marry me. The problem with that was he was older than me, and he was moving kind of prematurely. There were some things that we had to knock out and get to some understanding. And he figured, okay, well, I'm such and such amount of years older than you. It's a rush game, and I don't believe in that. I feel like there's some things we have to create a concrete foundation before marriage, because marriage is a covenant.
Let me ask you a question. Did you sleep with him?
I did.
Why did you sleep with him?
Unfortunately.
Why did you sleep with him?
You said why?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question too.
Okay.
Fell in love.
You
and
fell
I
in
was
love and didn't get
optimistic as
married?
well. Listen, I was optimistic. I was optimistic. We would have discussions about let me lead you, but he didn't have the ability to do that.
So
he did not.
He didn't have the ability to lead you. Why? He made less money than you or
he
something?
Did not. I gave him. I put the ball in his court, and we ran into a real life situation, and he failed me. Okay. He failed me drastically in more ways than I thought. And that's why we didn't make it.
Okay, so how long you guys was together?
And that's why we didn't make it.
How long you guys?
You said what now?
How long were you guys
we
together?
We were together for 3.5 years.
And it took that long for him not to, I mean, I understand if you was with somebody and you said you was in love with him and you was sleeping with him and he didn't pop that question, or you just you turned it down?
He did pop it. Like I said, he did, Martin. He popped the question multiple times. But because I didn't believe that he was ready. I always felt like the reason I didn't say yes, I used to tell him, I said, you seem like you wedding ready, but you're not marriage ready. Like because I'm younger than you, you wanna say this is my wife, but it's bigger than that. I feel like marriage is much bigger than trying to flaunt off your wife, and I get it. However, when it's time for some real core life situations happening, and I'm giving you the ball to handle this situation, and you don't do it, that was a disappointment. It was a disappointment in many ways.
Well, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
We're gonna go on to the next person. I don't want you to go nowhere. Could it be you the problem, and not necessarily the guy?
You know what, Martin?
You might not. It could be you.
And you know what?
I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just saying it could be you.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Listen, Martin. One thing, Martin. I'm not opposed to that, right? I'm mature enough to say, okay, it could be me, and I'm gonna tell you why. I am a single mom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very independent. I'm not so independent where, how someone would be like, I can do all, I can do good by myself. I don't need no man to do it. No. That's not me. But I am a single mother, right? Mm-hmm. And I've been riding this ride, right, for a long time, right? Mm-hmm. So what I desire, I need a muscle. You understand what I'm saying? I need a muscle. And I can't take no shorts. So that could be one of the reasons why I am the problem. I know me. I know I'm not taking no shorts. I done been so long. You know what I mean? I can't do it.
Do you think it's probably too late for you to get married now? You think it's probably won't happen?
Absolutely not. Not. I view myself as the apple of God's eye, and he got something special for me.
Mm. He might have had something special for you in the last relationship. No. Come on now.
No.
It took you 3 years to realize that.
I really going to get what really happened.
No. I don't really want.
You would agree with me.
Yeah, I don't want you going to that. I don't want you going there. I'm just saying. I mean, it's amazing how we spend all these years with people and we don't lock in with them. So it's amazing.
Can I say something right before you give it to the next call?
Yes, go ahead.
You know what I'm learning? Martin, as a God-fearing woman, I'm learning that some things we pick up on our own, right? And we the problem about being single, like really being single, we don't want to wait. We don't want to wait on God. So we pick up the wrong things. We pick up the wrong thing thinking that we can change people. We can do this, we can do that. And that's not it. They not your person. You're trying to create something that you can't change
Could I ask you a
can't change
question?
people.
I don't need to
Yes,
ask you a
sir.
question. Now, I believe personally, from a short conversation, it's probably your fault. Reason why you're single.
You think so?
Yeah, because being single is a choice. Being single is a choice. You got to make a
it's
choice.
definitely a choice.
So it's your fault that you're not
Absolutely.
single. Because I mean, listen. If you had went on, got married, and a lot of us, we had got married before we had babies, we wouldn't be single right now unless we in divorce or widowed or something. So a lot of things we really did out of order. You know, by you being a God-fearing woman. Seriously, I'm not trying to come down because I'm not a relationships expert.
It's okay. It's okay,
I promise me. I made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes.
I got some 16. Don't worry about me.
Right. So a lot of us, we're single because we made some bad choices. I need to hear some blame on yourself. So don't just get on here and expect me to give you a trophy because you single and you paying all your bills, doing all that's cool. But you single because you probably made some bad choices. You picked the wrong person, and you lay down with the wrong person.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We lean to our own understanding. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with admitting that.
Right.
And in addition to, like I told you, I'm an independent single mom, so I'm used to taking care of things, knocking out things. So I'm not so independent where I'm like, I don't want no man and I can do all this and I'm team. No, that's not me. I'm okay with admitting that I've made some horrible decisions.
Okay.
Some horrible judgments on what I think I can change and what I think I can build in this person. And it wasn't it at all. It wasn't even remotely close. Okay. So that's why all of my answers were always no. Because I knew it in my heart, even though I was still optimistic about it, I knew it in my heart. This person is not my person.
Okay. But he was good enough for you to lay down with, though.
So, I'm human.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I know you're human.
And I'm not making no mistake.
I know. Okay. It was good enough for you to share your body with, your body. But
you know how it goes.
I know how it goes. I've been there.
You know how it goes, Martin.
I know. I ain't trying to get on here and act like
that. Don't mean you wanted to share your body with this person.
Right.
It's just things happen. You know. You just try to be. You want to try to do things right. You want to try to be optimistic and hopeful that.
But
things can work out.
When you leave the blueprint, ain't nothing gonna come out of good. Once you go against the blueprint. The structure. When anytime that we go out our structure, the structure. A way things really supposed to be. We asking for problems. All of us. We have. Now I ain't gonna say all of us. Some of us. Some of us.
Some of us. Yeah.
Right. Let me hold on. Let me go to the next caller because I don't want them to hang up. But I got another question actually too. But I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna go to this next caller. 9743. Come on, caller.
First of all, hi Martin. How you doing?
Good.
I didn't marry.
Hey.
Oh.
You said 9743 now. I have 9743. Is there two of them?
No, it should be.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's what I want. 9743. Go ahead, sister. 9743. That's what I'm talking to.
Okay. Hey, Martin, it's Dr. K.
Hey,
listen,
Dr. K.
You talked about a topic.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Bishop Shear just posted for Valentine's Day this particular topic that you're talking about. And he said in short, he said, before you start dating someone, you need to know where their head is at, what they think about family values. How do they treat their mom, the men, how they treat their mother, how they treat their father. Do they have a relationship with their, siblings? Are they family oriented? And have they been taught? And he said that on both sides. He said, because a lot of times people make the mistake of jumping into something and not really looking, as you said a few minutes ago, the blueprint of the person. And it happens with a lot of women, especially in the church, in the religious world, because they want to be loved. They want to fall in love with the right person. They want to be with the person that is going to
help them, be that leader, be the provider, be the protector, be the, the one that follows Christ or whatever denomination they are a part of. But the problem is, like, women jump at that because they think it's love. And sometimes these men and sometimes these women have not gotten anything that would make sense to even get into a marriage. Are they marriage material? Everybody is not marriage material. Sometimes being single will help you, re-identify what type of person you are. One of the things that I remember when I got into my own apartment, I learned Katrina, not who Katrina's attached to. I learned if I can live with myself. I learned how to be an independent person, a mom, things of that nature. But he talked about that in his series for him and his wife. They were talking, and he said a lot of women that he had dated, he said, wow, he found out some stuff, and so did his wife. She found out a whole lot of things. But when God brought them together, it's almost 40 years for them. That's Kiara, Kelly's mother and father. So he laid out that you need to learn these people and see where they're at. What makes them mad? What ticks them off? How do they carry themselves? How do they clean themselves? Do they look presentable, in all areas? He said on both sides. And there was something, so many nuggets that they shared on Valentine's Day. And sometimes we forget those things, Martin. We really do, because we just want to be with somebody, or a man want to be with a woman. But for what reason do you want to be with that person? Are they one? And I guess I'm stupid because I believe in the Notebook. And y'all may call me, old-fashioned and crazy, but I believe in the Notebook. Why? Because that man in the movie The Notebook, he stayed with his wife when she had Alzheimer's and didn't even know who he was, and they died together. Not going to marry somebody in 6 months, or 3 months, or 3 weeks, but being in love from the person, not the title, but the heart, the soul, the mind, But now, Martin, a few of my counterparts and I were talking, and I'm finding out, man, there's some desperate folk out here to the point they're sending pictures through phones of their anatomy.
Yeah.
And all kind of stupid stuff. I mean, Martin, for real. And I'm like, and they, they call it DICK pics. I'm like, what? And I'm like, so that's what's on the dating scene now. And it's out there. Everybody, for some reason, Martin, we didn't do that stuff, but it's out there now. And I don't know if they think that that's a cute or if it's attractive, but nobody want to see you masturbating on no. This is what they talk. They say it's out there now. So I just wanted to share that, Martin, with y'all.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go to the next call. All right. I think who's next? 9433. Is that 9433?
Yeah. Hey, Martin, how you doing?
Good.
I just wanted to get on here and say a man knows what he wants to do with a woman in 6 months. Okay.
Now,
I didn't be married before.
How you know if a man? How you know if a man know what he want to do in 6 months? How you gonna put a time limit on? Well, a man.
A man knows what he wants to do with a woman in 6 months.
No, I tell you this. Let me help you out.
What?
Let me help you out on this.
What?
A man know when he meet a woman if she's marriage material. I'll say that. I'll say that. I'm a man. I know how we thinking. Go ahead.
I'm not finished, Martin. I'm not finished, Martin.
Go ahead.
I've been dated the worstest. I've been dated the worstest to the worst. I pray to God to send me a nice man. I ain't bragging, but I finally got a nice gentleman. And dating is wonderful, but you gotta pick your poison. You gotta know who to date, who not to date. Now, I'm going to go a little further. Some of these boys is mama boys. Some of these boys are still sucking on the teeth. I'm just keeping you telling the truth, saying the devil. A real man, yes, I will submit to a real man. As in, far as knowing my place of being a wife, I plan to get married again. I've been married before. I'm gonna do it again. Matter of fact, I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep getting married until I get it right, because I got one life to live.
Okay. Hold it right there.
But a real man knows what he wants to do. And yeah, everybody not marriage material.
Okay.
In the words of my grandma, you got some the old people used to use the word. I it's on the tip of my tongue and I can't say it right now. But certain women is not made to be wives. Everybody can't be no wife. You're gonna have some ups, you're gonna have some downs in any relationship. There's no relationship is perfect. If there's a perfect person out here, I want to meet them. But dating is a beautiful thing. Oh, and self-care. You got to give yourself self-care love. I take myself on a date. I do me all the time. You got to love you first. If you don't love you first, then you mess up.
Okay. All right. Let me go to the next caller. 0069.
Okay.
0069.
I'm muting myself. This is Dr. Zamuna Davis.
Hey, Doc. How you doing?
I am good. I'm on my cell phone today.
Okay.
I'm enjoying this conversation. You done got me addicted now to you.
Okay, no problem. Come on, we need your help. We need your help. I need all the help I can get.
This is a very
Go ahead.
This is a very interesting conversation. We have a problem with women nowadays who are dressing inappropriately. So if you find myself on Facebook, you'll see me, you look through my pages, I try to encourage women, this is how you should dress. If a man, your husband, do not want to see you dress naked, that's for his eyes only, so that's number one. I agree with her with a lot of men nowadays. I'm not going to say all of them, but they mother sports, their armpit in a nice way, they spoil them. And a lot of them, I know quite a few of them, in their 50s, still live in their mother basement. I find that interesting. But it's important. You have to dress like a lady. You want to act like a lady. You want to be appropriate. You shouldn't be cursing. You should, let me just be honest. I married my husband. He married me. Let me just rephrase that.
Okay.
He
Doc,
married me.
I want to ask you a
in 5
question.
months.
Hold on, I want to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with a 50-year-old man living in his mama's basement if he's paying bills? You see something wrong with that?
But he's not paying bills.
Hold on, I'm just saying, hold on, because see, I hear a lot of women always say that, you can't live nowhere for free, period.
Well, I know quite a few that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with, because my mother lived with me.
Okay. All right. I just want to put that because
my mother lived with me.
You got some men out there that still handle their business. You got, because
that's true.
If he decided he want to stay with his mother, live with his mother, help out, that's his business. He could do that. So I don't want the ladies to pass that up, because see, some ladies have a standard. Well, he got to have his own car, his own that. Now you don't know what a person got. I know a lot of people.
You don't know what a person going through either.
That's it. Period. You fool around, miss your blessing, but I ain't want to cut you off. Yeah, but go ahead. I ain't want to cut you off.
No,
go
that's
ahead.
fine. I mean, I'm not saying all men. You don't want to fall by the wayside, but sometimes we do. We have to pick ourselves back up. We have to go back home sometimes, and I understand that. But men have to be men. But however, I'm talking about the women today. Women, if they want to be respected, you are not Beyonce. You should not be dressing like Beyonce. Beyonce have a whole billionaire husband. You want to dress appropriate so these men can respect you. There's too many women out here dressing inappropriate.
Hold on, somebody making some noise. Is that your phone? Is that your cell phone? Somebody keep it, because it's irritating. It's some noise. It's some wind. Everybody put their phone on mute. Everybody put their phone on mute. Except the caller. I need everybody to put their phone on mute. I think that might be old timer 4093. Put your phone on mute. Go ahead, Doc. Go ahead, Doc.
So if everyone could respect one another, that would be great. You want to get to know the person. and it don't take long. I mean, they say it takes forever because it takes a lifetime to get to know your mate because you just never know. Everyone's personality is different. And as Raymond said, respecting your body is important.
Yeah.
No man want no woman
well,
out
let me
there
ask you a
looking
question.
naked.
Well, let me ask you a question, Doc. What about you have both men and women, they suffer from attention disorder, deficit disorder. I think that's what I'm trying to say. And they'll do anything, dress half naked, start an argument just for some attention. They don't care if it's negative or positive, long as the light shining on them. What's up with them type of people? Now you have those that on there.
You do. You have a lot of those out there, and that's the problem. That's the problem. Now you start talking. I wasn't going to talk about mental disorders.
Yeah, but
you have a lot
it's
of
true.
People who have, but it is. You have a lot of people that get together. And like we talked about yesterday, we discussed that two people that's been traumatized come together, make this baby. They have not been raised properly, and they both have mental issues or some type of problem. Now it's about how can a relationship last? And number one, this is the number one thing that I have to tell these ladies. Stop playing house with these men.
Uh-oh.
Period.
Tell the truth.
Stop playing house with
them.
The
devil.
Stop playing house with them. My husband did not marry me until he was in his house, I was in mine. And once we got married, and of course I would spend weekends at his and just to get to know him, just to see, how clean he is. But don't play house. Don't sit there and be with someone 10 years and he didn't marry you. Because he's never going to marry you, period. If he with you 10 years, 9 out of 10, he's not going to marry you. So my point is, respect your body. Listen to the man. Please listen to his family. Do not go into a relationship with your eyes wide closed. You want to go into it, and this is my grandmother talking down to me, and she was 95 when she passed back in 2016. She knew. Do not go into a relationship with your eyes wide closed. You want to always keep your eyes open. Everyone has a motive. You don't know if it's a negative motive or if it's a positive motive. You want to make sure that is the man for you. And as I typed out and said that every man just about knows his wife as soon as he meets her.
Hold it. I want to address something. Hold it real quick, Doc. Now, Sharice Rice said she met her husband. When she met her husband, he was living at his mom's house. They married. They've been married 20-some years. Cousin Ronnie John said, I'm living with my sister until I'm building my house from the ground up. And I also pay bills as if it was my house, whatever she needs. So people, don't miss your blessing. It ain't what a man drive. It ain't what type of car a man drives that drives him. Remember that. Let me say it again. It's not what type of car that a man drives that drives him. So you got to remember that. Remember that. Because I've seen, listen, okay, I do business out of storage locker. I've seen many beautiful women come at the storage locker with their stuff, with all their clothes in the trunk of their car. I saw she living out of her shelter, living out the storage. But a nice, pretty car, up-to-date car and all that, you'll never know it. So you don't know what people going through. You never know it. So don't miss your blessing.
I agree with you.
Don't miss your blessing now.
I agree.
No, Doc's still talking. No, you can't say that. Doc's still talking.
Okay,
go ahead, Doc.
Shut up.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Doc.
Okay.
Go ahead, Doc.
Someone just said, it's a question mark. He said, eyes wide closed. That means that do not go into a relationship and you blindsided by your love, by making love and not paying attention to things that is an eye opener. Like, something's not right, because you could be in a relationship with someone that's schizophrenia and wouldn't even know it if your eyes wide closed and you just so in love. There's so many women have been through that. For example, domestic violence women, they went into their relationship with their eyes wide closed. You knew this man beating you. Oh, they make an excuse. Oh, but he loved me. No, girl, get up out that relationship. But let me veer back to what you were saying. I agree. Black people, mostly black people, are the only race that I know of that cannot live in a house with more than 10 people I have a huge bungalow. I didn't mind my mother living with me. My brother had to come. He fell on hard times, people. So I don't judge people on that. But some of these men out here, I know just a couple, not a lot, that's live with their parents that's in their 50s and they're not doing right. And I think that's wrong. But a lot of them, it's a struggle nowadays. It's a different age. It's a struggle nowadays that everybody wants to learn how to work together, be able to get along. Somebody said stay in trouble before, but ignore it because you wrapped up in lust. Basically, that's a good way to sum it up. And I'm done.
Okay.
I'll stay on for a little while.
Okay. 123 0123. Come on, caller.
How you doing, Martin?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Good subject, huh? Good subject. Yeah, it's confusion. Talk to me.
I just want to say, the dating game. I've been with my wife for 25 years, and you can't really. It's not really a storybook on how you should dress and how you should meet somebody, because you got some women met their wife in a strip club. I mean, some men have met their wife in a strip club. Now, people do change. So it's hard to tell if that person is for you. You got to know what you like and be comfortable with that person enough to even take time to figure out if you guys are able to build together. See, marriage is a team, and it's all about finding your proper teammate and what's compatible with you and what you're able to work with. There's no format in how a woman should look, how she should act. And a lot of men some men don't like boring wives. So they don't want the whole gown, and they don't want you to be a nun. They kind of want you to live on the edge a little bit, and that might be what attracts them. So it's just really knowing what you're able to deal with, knowing what you're willing to tolerate from a person. And just being open to being able to work with somebody, so.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
That's it.
This is what I want to say. When y'all get on here talking, I need you guys to speak for your personal experience. I don't want you to speak in general, because when we speak in general, we generalize a lot of people what you think, should be. Because, a lot of, okay, like you said, brother, some men like for their woman to dress with skin showing, all that skin showing.
Right.
Like you said, they like that. I mean, it's each his own. Some men like big women, some like slim women. It's depends on what you want, and I understand it. So, but I want you guys to kind of speak like from a personal experience when you guys talk from this point on. It's good to say, and then that way we can get more stuff out of it. But go ahead, 1, 2, 3.
More understanding.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so me and my wife been together since childhood, and it was, when I say it was a battle, it definitely was. I've changed over time into a different person than I was when I was young, and also has she. I mean, we spent most of our childhood together, so that's really all, man. Just find somebody that that loves you, that you're willing to work with, and it might work for you.
Okay. All right. Okay. I think that's old timer. 4093. I think that's him. 4093. I think that's him. $40.93 224. You next caller.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, here's good topic. And well, I always think my rule of thumb is this. I'm more on the Christian side now.
Okay.
But I still have a standard that I always like to go by. I like to go by the way the person looks to me. And that's almost I can just about see a person from a block away to start sizing the person up. And I say, oh, she's coming. And that's pretty much, I have a lot. I go by that a lot. And the closer she gets, then the more I'm still looking at her.
Mm-hmm.
And I like everything about her from head to toe. So a lot of mine go by looks. And I think that's going to have to be the rule of thumb, because in the end, you're going to have to be comfortable who you wake up with in the morning. You're going to have to like everything about that person. And if you got something that you don't like about that person, it's gonna show to you. You may try to keep it from another person, but you're gonna be saying, "Man, I wish, she was like this." And I ain't gonna say that you're gonna be looking at that forever, because once you get what you want, then you don't even have to worry about it. I'm talking about once you're satisfied with the way the person looks, it's not even come to your mind anymore. But ultimately, you have to have a lot of likes about that person. And if you got a lot of likes about that person, that's where the part where she may not have all that money and all that kind of stuff. So, but you like everything about her enough to be able to take care of her, because in the end, it's the man's job to take care of the lady. She may not never work much. We have to face these facts.
Well, let me ask you a question, old
She
timer.
may not work.
What if you married your wife?
Yes, sir.
I want to hear that part you said, Mom. Say that again.
Say it again, old timer.
I said she may not work. She may not work, but you're gonna have to take care of her.
Okay.
And if you don't mind working one job, two jobs to get that house, and show her that you committed to that relationship, it could be that she may not look at you as being all the leader and stuff. But if you can show her, because she got to show all this to her friends.
Right.
So she's not just keeping it to herself.
But old timer, come on now, old timer, come on now. I got a bone to pick with you. I got a bone to pick with. I got two bones to pick with you. Now you meet your wife. She we'll just say she 5'5" and 100. We'll just say 150 pounds, built up like a brick house. Y'all get married. You have 4 or 5 babies. Now she 260 and 5'5". Then what? If men, we are visual. We visual. Then what? Then she's not so attractive in her appearance no more. So then what? And
well, I mean, you got to go past that. You're right.
Right. Then I want to say this too.
That's your wife.
Yeah. But see, then I want to see, because we don't want to mislead nobody. And then I want to say too, women, stop measuring men according to how much money they got in the bank. Stop doing that. We living in a day and age where some women, not all of them, are making more money than men. Period. You might have some women that's in corporate. The average black man, we'll say the average man make $50,000. And a woman might be making 6 figures. Now, can she submit to someone that's making 50,000 and she making 100-something thousand? You got to think about that, old timer. It ain't about the money, because listen, women, they won't submit to men. A lot of women, well, why should I submit to you? I got my own house, I got my own car, I make more money than you. And they looking at it like that. Why should I submit to a man that's making $50,000? A junk man or a maintenance man, or or a manager at McDonald's making $50,000. That come on now. Now, see, that's where the real love come in at. Hold on. I'm just saying, that's where the real love come in. See, a man wants a woman to have eyes for him and him only. That's what a man wants. I'm speaking for a man.
Yeah.
Now, that's how a man think. Now, you that type of woman, you got to have 3 or 4 men. You need not to get married, because your appetite is not right. You ain't ready. You're not ready. Vice versa. Men, if you can't leave that side piece alone and you juggling 2 or 3 women at a time, you're not ready to get married, to commit. Period. You're just not ready. And I know you got a bankroll. I know you got money and all nice car and all that, but you won't never be faithful to your family. It's a commitment. And as my friends say, a lot of women, they're not committed. They're not committed to some of these relationships. They're just going along with it. That's all. Because it's convenient. This is sister. And brothers, this is how you find true love. This is how you know true love. When a man or a woman can cheat on their spouse and know they can get away with 100% sure that she'll never find out or he'll never find out, and they don't do it. That's how you know you got strong love for your boyfriend or your husband or for your wife. A lot of you out there, both males and females, if you get an opportunity to cheat on your boyfriend, on your girlfriend, or on your husband, and knowing that he would never or she'll find out, some of you guys will do it. That's a true test. That is a true test that your love for your spouse, or we'll just say your live-in shacking partner, that's your true love for that. So we have to be careful, on these conditions, loving on conditions. Some of us, we love for convenience. Well, I don't really love him, but he's a good guy. He pays the bills, come home every night. You only love what he can do for you. You're not actually in love with the person that you married. You're in love for the things that he can do for you and how he makes you feel, but you're not in love with him. And that's a sad situation. And I see a lot of that. I tell you, a lot of that. Love is real, people. You can love unconditionally. The brother said in 1, 2, 3, he married his childhood friend, and he said it was rough. She had to change. He had to change. It's rough. I'm not gonna get on here and say all marriages are a fairy tale and everything gonna be right, but you got to work through it. You have to work through it. Old timer cannot tell me his marriage has been perfect for 36 years. He'll be lying. But I guarantee, even though he pay all the bills, wife never had to work, but I guarantee it wasn't always peaches and creams in that house. But they had to work through it. They still there with one another. Then you got some married couples, they ain't gonna tell y'all this now. They sleep in separate rooms. They're not gonna tell y'all that. But I've known couples have slept in separate rooms. I'm telling you. Still doing it. So it looks good to the public, but y'all know y'all don't get along when you get in that house. Not saying that the public should know what's going on in your marriage, in your house, but you know what's going on in your house. You know what's going on in your marriage. And a lot of you husbands out there, you know your wives, and vice versa. Wives, you know your husbands. You know your husband got a side piece. You know your husband cheating, got a side family. You know it. But you decide to stay. And that's cool. I'm cool with that if you decide. That's on you. That's your choice. So a lot of people are single by choice, by the mistakes that they have made. So don't get on here and expect me to feel sorry for you because you're an independent mama and you're doing it all by yourself. Good for you. You should. You made a decision. You got to live with it. It was your choice not to get married, or he didn't ask to marry, or you picked a bum, or you picked a loser. You picked a liar. You picked a narcissist. It's on us with what we pick. So we can't get mad at nobody but ourselves. Period. Marcus Stewart said, it's what you accept. It is. And I understand when we meet people, we see the Superman in them. We see the Wonder Woman. We don't see the real them until we get into the relationship. Then we find out that this person is bisexual. Then we find out this person got a disease. Now, I'm not talking about AIDS, but whatever. It's just a disease, a rare blood disease in their family or something. Then we find out these things. So marriage is, somebody said marriage is spiritual. It's a connection. Yes, it is. 1 + 1 = 1 in marriage. We know in natural life, 1 + 1 is 2, but in marriage, 1 + 1 is 1 when it comes to marriage. That's it. Old timer, let me skip you real quick. Go to 2021. Come on, 2021. I think I did you once before. Go ahead. 2021. 2021. Caller. Caller.
Can I chime in? This is Dr. Davis.
Go ahead, Dr. Davis. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Dr. Davis.
What you just described about people staying with one another when they're miserable or not, that's called, everything is psychological. It's called codependent.
Codependent, okay.
Codependent on one another.
Oh, okay.
It's called codependent.
Okay, that's
and
what
they codepend on one another. They're afraid to leave one another. And they think that, sometimes the grass is greener on the other side. And they go out there and play, but they will not leave each other. They will not leave each other because they are codependent. So that's all I have to say about that.
Look at Sylvia Stone. Sylvia Stone said, I'm married to a good man. I just realized I didn't love him. So it can happen. Some people marry for convenience. And we have to admit that. We have to really admit that. We don't know what draw two people together. They got so much, they got so many material things that they built up together that it's cheaper for them to stay together than to break up. Period. Then you got some couples, they say, well, you know what? We're going to get a divorce once all the children get grown. You go your way, I go out my way. You'll be surprised. Now, just like you can arise in love, you can fall right out of love too as well. You can do that. And in life, anybody that's on this live right now that been on a dating scene, that's not married or even been married, and you're single right now, you made a choice. It's a choice that you made. Well, you said, well, Martin, I didn't leave him. He left me. That's the person you picked. You chose them. Y'all chose each other. It can happen. It's not the end of the world. It may feel like the end of the world. And I'm going to say this to you, too. I found out, too, this is out of experience. A lot of times people base good sex on being in love. And that's not the case, people. Good sex. Whatever's good to you, we ain't going to go with explicit. What's good to you may not be good to me or to the next person. But people will base that on love. I could tell where he touched me, he hold me, or what she do to me. She loved me. Man, you don't have a clue. You don't have a clue. She doing that to everybody. He doing that to everybody. Whatever sex acts. So we can't base it on that, people. Listen, the sister said she's 41 years old. I don't know if she's still on here. She have never been married. And she said she waiting on God. But she might already had a blessing. God might have sent a person. Listen, we have to ask ourselves, do we want what we want or do we want what God wants us to have? You have to ask yourself that question. A lot of times we want what we want. And we don't want what God wants us to have. Then when we get these bad results, then we get to whining. But we giving these people, we laying down with people, we having babies by people, and these are not our husbands, these are not our wives. We having babies by them. And don't get me wrong. Go ahead, old timer.
It's a lot of variables, man, that goes into how people go on a date. Because, I mean, technically, in real life, the man should be courting the woman. Because you got a lot of ladies out there, and they're not married. And when you start getting into your 40s, I mean, you really got to start questioning. I mean, you might get love from a man your age that's for whatever reason, but I don't think you really want to be going and taking on nobody else's baggage. He got 3 children, and then you start trying to help him raise his children. And so I don't want my daughters doing that. No, now, I just say, if people get together and hoping for the good reasons, they don't make it. And by that, I mean, if he cheated and they got a divorce, okay, that happened. If she cheated and he got a divorce, that happened, you know, ain't much people can do about it. But when you start getting into your late 30s and the man is not married, there's some serious questions he's going to have to start answering, because he's trying to lead a productive life. He should be done everything he needed to do by then. He should be gone to Italy, Switzerland, France, the Netherlands. He should be done all that by now. Because this man still got to raise a family, and he got to get a house. He got to pay for that house. And who wanna be shackled with a mortgage note in their 70s? So we have to have our young men ready to really jump across that broomstick between 25 and 27. They got to be dressed right. They got to be driving a nice car, a clean car. They got to support these women. Now, that's just all it is. These just are the facts of life that you can't get around because you want to retire at a certain age and you can't be retired. I mean, if you get another house later on in your age, that's fine. But you can't be getting no house at 41 and then 15 years later you're going to retire unless you're going to pay that house off in 15 years. There's a lot of variables that go into it, and the women can't marry themselves. Our young men have got to be ready to get these women. And these young men got to be dressed right. Their face got to be clean. Their teeth got to be clean. I mean, look at all these NBA players running up and down the court. They don't even look like they're no millionaires because they don't carry themselves like one. But look at Billy D. Williams. Billy D. Williams is clean cut face, clean teeth, shoes from head to toe. I mean, that's the way it is, Martin. We have to face the fact. Women like men that are clean cut and that's on the cutting edge, and they do go by the kind of car you drive. You ain't gonna be taking no girl nowhere in no hoopty, tall, loud, and carrying on. Man, your car got to be clean and everything. You got to have everything going good about yourself. Old
timer. Let me say some old timer. Old timer. Listen, old timer. I got a friend right now that's a millionaire. If you see him, you wouldn't even know he's a millionaire. And he don't even own a vehicle.
Hey, man.
He lives downtown in the South Loop. He Uber and catches a train everywhere he go. Everywhere he go. It's a personal friend of mine. You wouldn't know it. And hold on. But I'm just saying. Hold on, brother. I'm just saying. He said, listen, he said, I can buy any car I want to. He had a Bentley and all that. He's a professional. He's a high-profile attorney. Stay right down in the South Loop. Don't own a vehicle. He Uber, get on the red line, the green line. You would never know it. Now, a woman meet him, and he tell him he don't have a car. She X him out. He ain't got no car. And she didn't know she done missed her blessing. So I understand what you're saying, old timer. Listen, a woman, you can't base it on the material things all the time. You have a lot of men out here that have potential. I tell my daughters, this is what I tell them. I say, if you meet a guy that don't have a job, I'm not going to marry you. I don't recommend you get married until he get a job. Well, at least he should have his resume done and looking for a job. Get to a certain level before you get married. Now, you got some men out here got great potential. You got a lot of women missed out on men that had potential. Now they up here and the woman's doing like this, shaking her head like, man, I had him. Now he all this. I was just too impatient to wait to see his change come. That could be it too. So it ain't all, listen, you got drug dealers out here. They got nice cars, they're clean, dress nice, smell good, and got 10 women. 10 women. And then lying to all of them. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was going to wait on you to finish. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go.
One thing I don't agree with.
Go ahead.
I don't agree with Mr. Oldtime about, and I'm not trying to offend you, sir, is that I don't want you to encourage people to not date a man with kids, because there are so many men out here that date women or marry women with 5 or 6 kids. My husband has 3 kids. Well, he has 2 adult kids and a 12-year-old. And I have an 11-year-old, and we okay with that. His daughters are grown. We love them. I love them to death. Those are my step babies. I don't call them my step babies. So, no, that's not fair either. I wouldn't do that to men and say, or women don't date no man with so many kids and this and that. He may be one of them guys that really take care of his kids. It's just unfortunate that his relationship with that particular woman or women just didn't work out. Maybe it was not meant for him to be with them. So I wouldn't encourage that to not date men with kids. That's not fair. And another thing, I would not encourage, we're going back based on materialistic things. First of all, I'm a doctor. I have 2 PhDs. I have 5 masters. I have 1 pilot degree. My husband is a whole car mechanic. Okay? I love that man to death, and I'm in love with him, and he's in love with me, and he take care of me better than I take care of myself. I mean, that man loves me to death. So, and he's a Liberian, by the way. He's not from America. He's a Liberian. So, no, I wouldn't just, all the negativity. This is not the 50s, Mr. Oldham. This is 2020. I try to go by the generation that we in. Things are different now. So I would encourage people just to get themselves together, but don't base your relationship off money. Don't base your relationship, because guess what? It's never going to work. Think about it. Michael Jordan has billions of dollars. Guess who left him? His first wife. Tiger Woods. His wife was a nanny. He had billions of dollars. Guess who left him and got all that money? It's not, you just don't, if you in love, you in love. But I would not encourage anyone not to date a man with kids. Period. Because you just never know. If this man showing he being responsible, hey, then he must be responsible, and he just may not been meant to be with that person or those people. I'm done.
Now, I will say this to this too.
Mark.
Yeah. Okay.
I understand. I understand what Moulton is saying, and I understand what the doctor is saying. Everybody's situation is different, because let me explain something to you. When I got married to my first husband, he lived with his parents. I lived with my mom. And then when he wanted to get married, then we came together. But one thing that I respected of him, of what he did, because adultery played a part, and it wasn't on me, was that the fact that he told me, I don't want nobody rearing the children but us. Now, he had a child, I had a child. Then we had a family together. So, but when other factors come in, and see, I like when it comes down to reality, I can tell you some stuff, but I understand what he's saying. We came together. He made sure that I didn't have to worry about no food. Got my hair done. Back in the day, it was only $45. He made sure we had clothes. We might have had a bill cut off, but we survived. But what I did not appreciate was the factor that even though we both entered in with a child from from other people, was that the mother, the dramatics that come with that. If the man has a good relationship with that child's mother, whether it's an ex-wife or ex-girlfriend, then they're not going to involve themselves. They're going to be respectful. And the mother is going to also want to be curious as to what type of woman, or the father, what type of man would be around my child. There's so much going on now. Homosexuality, kids get exposed to being raped and molested. Those are a lot of factors to consider. Now, when he talk about the religious world, I can go there and I can tear it all the way up. So the thing about it is that I've seen preachers that say, oh, God told me you're my wife. And you trust what the man say. But then you find out so many years later that they really never liked you, that they only used you for whatever it was. And blood will blindside you. I can talk about that. So my thing is, when it comes down to knowing in this day and time, the Bible still says a man that findeth a wife. The world gets all messed up and leave the Bible out. The word of God still stands. Now, yes, in the Bible days, there were people that had children from previous marriages or someone that was widowed. But there are a lot of factors that play, because sometimes if a woman marry a man who lost a wife, and that woman got to deal with trying to be the not replacement mother, but the late Whitney Houston said in an article she did with Ebony Magazine years ago, they asked her how did she feel about being a stepmother to Bobby Brown's children. These were her words, not mine. In that magazine, she stated, I quote, I am not their mother. I could be a friend or play auntie. They do have their own mother, and they must respect that mother. She gave that much respect. I don't care what the Bible said. I know what I saw it in the magazine. So it's depending on everybody's situation. You do have good men that don't have a problem wanting to be in a woman's life and will accept it. Now, when he gets in the life of those children, he's to be a leader, not to bash the mama, not to call up the mama's best friend, dog her. I'm serious. I'm telling you, I can rip it up and everybody be upset with me tonight because I done seen it happen. I personally have seen it happen. So my thing is, it depends on everybody's situation. And that's what I'm saying.
Can I chime in?
It's up to Dr. Sanders. It's up to Dr. Sanders.
Let me say this. I feel like you feel like you're hurt and you've been through a lot.
No. I made a statement. I made a statement.
I get that. I get it happen in the church. I feel it. I have seen it a lot too. But when
that's what I feel.
When you're not on the same accord, I would suggest, and I don't know who you are, if you ain't had therapy, get some. And I'm not calling you crazy, because just because you go to therapy and talk it out, because some people don't have this here. No, I'm not obliged to therapy. People not obliged to therapy. I mean, don't be obliged to therapy.
That's not what I'm saying.
And that's okay.
No,
that's okay.
I need you to understand where I'm coming from.
I get what you're saying.
I've been through. I know, Elder Moulton. We have seen marriages in the church, period. It's nothing personal. And I don't want people to assume something. What I'm telling you is that we have seen it happen in the religious world where we come from. I'm not going to speak about everybody else, but it has nothing to do independently. It has nothing. I'm not done. It's not. I'm not done.
Sorry.
It's a review of what we have. I have friends that went through it. I have relatives that went through it because they went through it. One of my friends shared with me about a lady whose husband wrote her the John letter. And I'm like, wow, I'm sensitive to everybody's needs. But when it comes to when we see it, it's a lot of things that we have seen. Folk marry somebody, turn around, remarry somebody in the same church or the same surrounding. It's nothing personal. It's what we experience by watching and listening to others. Get that straight. It's straight out. So my thing is, we've seen it. I'm one that is sensitive to ones who have experienced things, period. So my thing is, I don't need to go to therapy to talk about somebody else's problem. I'm making a generalized statement that Moulton and I, we've seen this up close and personal. And so when it's up close and personal, does it bother us? It's supposed to bother us because it's sin. It's hurtful to any woman, to any man. But a lot of times the children get caught up and they get dragged up into the adult's bickering or the adult's problem, even if the father is not the biological father or if it's not the biological mother. I've seen it happen. We all have seen it happen, up close and personal. So that's what we're sensitive about. I'm going to speak that, and that's my right.
I get you.
Can I say something?
Hold it. Both of the doctors talking. Both of them doctors. Okay.
Well,
okay.
My thing
Can I
is.
intervene and say something?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sister. Shut up. Go ahead. Let her talk.
Okay. A lot of women be bitter behind the baby mamas, the daddies not being with them. One thing I never did with my kids, I never talked to them about their daddy. You know, we're not perfect. There's no perfect person out here. But when it comes down to the kids, yes, the kids get hurt. The kids be caught up in the grown folks. And I never, from my experience, I never put my kids in a grown folks situation because in the end, that child still needs that other parent, regardless of what you're going through. So what you have to do is my 46 years of living, I had to learn to remove myself, remove your emotions, remove your feelings, and put the child first. God put me in the situation, so I had to humble myself. I had to bite my tongue, and I submitted to God and told God, if you give me my baby back, I promise you, I'm gonna do right. And I've been doing right ever since. I didn't have to bite my tongue. I'm in their days with her dad. My baby will be 18 years old in 7 more months. And if I could redo it all over again, I will. But you have to remove yourself as a woman. We get bitter, we get frustrated. Yeah, we get angry. I don't want that person. One thing I found out, I'm not crazy about no kids. I can go get a little cousin, whoever, but the child gets caught up. The child get hurt. You be bitter and trying to get back and trying to do evil for evil, but the child end up being hurt. And yes, we need I'm gonna say this: we need more of our black men to step up. It's so important that our black men be in our kids' lives. Sons, daughters, it's important. It's very, very important. They need both parents. So I'm not gonna say I'm a woman. I can do it all. No, I need me.
Okay, now we
a
got
man.
we don't get on the kids. We talking about dating, but okay. All right, 912, Sarge.
Right.
Go ahead, Sarge.
Oh, hey, partner. You were asking people to speak like personal what they know, and I haven't really been hearing that.
Oh, thank you.
You know, I've been hearing a lot of people make a broad statement and everything. It's like good for you may not be good for you. You know what I mean?
Well, let me say this, Sarge, before you talk. But one thing so far, now you're gonna talk, Sarge. I want to say this because I hear you always say this. Sarge always say he be saying it in a joking manner, but he dead serious. Every child that he ever had, he was married before he had children. That's a good thing. I respect him for that. He tried to do the right thing. He did do the right thing. I ain't gonna say he tried, did do the right thing. That's all I wanted to say, Sarge. I'm commending you now today. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking good about you today, Sarge. Go ahead.
Yeah, not, and even with that, Martin. Well, now what doggone tears me? Now this what tears me is like if I could go back and change anything, I wouldn't have been John Ramboing all over the doggone globe after everything fell apart. You know, because something had just happened, Martin. Son's mom had a heart attack. Ended up in the hospital. Her mother flew down here to Georgia to get with him to drive up to where she lived, right?
Mm-hmm.
This and that. He was there for about 2 hours, didn't sit down once. Came on back to Georgia. Was like, hey, Dad, I need to talk to you. I'm like, okay. Said, you know, I wasn't even comfortable being there. Said, you know, and I don't understand. It's like a lot of guys, man, that's your mama. And your mama had a heart attack in the hospital and this and that. Said, you know, I don't feel like that about her. And I didn't know what to tell him. I'm just sitting there, you know, I'm like, I'm going to be some ears. You know, he's like, yeah, for all it's worth, I mean, I understand you not being after y'all divorced, you know, you was off all over the world in the Army, you know, making sure the child support was coming and all of that and building a career. But why the hell was she only around when it was time for me to get whoopings? I'm like, oh.
Come on with it,
I never knew this, man.
Come on with it.
I never knew this. I never knew this was going on. So I'm like this.
What do you mean by whooping?
Whooping. I'm talking about, okay, because he grew up with his grandmama. You know, but she was up in them years, can't be putting hands on him.
But let's get back into date, man. We don't want to. We keep going into the children, man.
Yeah.
Let's get back into the confusion.
Let's get to date.
Yeah.
People need to date. They need to date. This is just me talking now. I ain't no expert.
Okay.
But they need to date within their own circumstances and you know, circumstances. Circles, because you know you got men out here, they got mama or daddy issues. You got women out here that got mama or daddy issues. Now, either of the two they need to get them some therapy to deal with their issues, because if you're not well and whole as an individual, you're going to be no good to another individual in your life. You see what I'm saying? You're going to have somebody holding on to you, comforting you, but they're not really going to be a mate. Now, I hope that's understood. You have a person that's holding on to you, giving you the comfort in your pain, but they're not really being a mate to you, if that makes sense to people. See? If that makes sense.
I understand.
And people ask me, will I get married again? I'm like, yeah, because see, I am whole. I'm complete. Whatever issues were are issues that were. I'm good.
Did you have therapy? Did you get therapy?
Yes, I did. I'm still in therapy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good. What kind of therapy are they doing? I'm sorry. Are they doing behavioral therapy on you?
Man, they doing all types of. I just had. I just picked up an appointment card. It was Friday, February 16th, 1:30 p.m. was the last time I seen Dr. Brimmer. And that was for my psychiatric. So, yeah. So I'm a firm believer in therapy. You got to let that out. Now I know a lot of people, they think I'm a whole butt. Okay, he's just a butthole. Not saying the A word. And I know my delivery is real harsh. I understand that. But see, I'm a firm believer in sometimes you got to deliver that harshness to shock people into reality, so they'll be like, whoa, what? See, because a lot of people are living in a fantasy land. They're fantasy living.
I'm proud of you, Foz, today.
I told him I spoke well.
I tell people, I am not the wellest, you know what I'm saying? I'm not that dude. They be thinking, oh, well, he this, he that, he but. Yeah, the money is there. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? But it's more than like the money. Man, my little cousin.
All right, now, Sarge.
Okay, let me get this out. That's it.
Now, I don't need to hear about your little cousin. I don't need to hear about your little cousin. Let me go on to the next one, cuz you're doing well right now. I'm stopping right there. You did well. All right, let's go to the next call.
But Martin.
Yeah.
Martin, when you talk about the dating part, that's where everybody that have their own. And see, I know one thing about it. When I know that people have been through something, I don't need to go to therapy to talk about somebody else's problem. I made a statement. I want this to be clear. So nobody will say, oh, she got problems. No. Cut that. I made mention of what Pastor Elder Moten and I have seen happen. And we've seen a revolving door. We don't need to go to therapy to talk about somebody else's problems. But going to therapy is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I went to school for psychology. I made a statement. I wanted to go on record of that because it's nothing personal. It's what we have experienced and seen with people that have come to us about problems. Now, there are some men, including pastors, that feel they don't need no counseling. Some of them have been there 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And they swear up and down, I don't need no counseling. Well, that's when you get to the point of knowing, well, if a man been married so many times, he don't need no counseling, there's a problem. There is a problem. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you got to go see psychotherapy, see a counselor, for whatever you need to do, that's fine. But my statement was geared towards what Pastor Elder Moten and I have seen happen in the religious world, where people have come to us about dating, where people have come to us about marriages. We've seen it happen. And that's a world that nobody is not deep in like we are. So when we see these things, yes, it does bother us. It's not like, don't bother me. No, it would. It should. It should. Everybody holler about what's going on in the world.
Actually,
why
shouldn't.
Not?
It should not.
But that's your opinion.
You should not take that home. As if you are a psychologist, you should know. You don't take that stuff home with you because it will ruin your relationship.
Yeah,
and with your tone on here, it lets you know
what to key on what the sister said. Too many black folk, I'll be sure too, that stigma of getting doggone therapy and mental health in Black America, man, that stigma needs to go away.
I'm telling you, because guess what? The baby boomers didn't believe in therapy back in the day. They didn't believe in it. They thought that you were crazy. But they called you all kinds of names.
And they did. But the thing about it is that where I come from, I don't know where everybody else on this line comes from. Where I come from, they talked about it to each other and they prayed with each other. And a lot of folks got delivered. That's everybody's opinion. I'm not going to say everybody's opinion is wrong. But my statement is that I'm not saying take it home and let it worry you. I did not say that. I said when they come to you, especially those of us who are in ministry, they do come to us. They do share their things with us. In Liberty, when I went to Liberty University, got my degree in counseling, they even told us if we cannot or feel a certain way about what cases we get, we transfer them out. We know that. We definitely know that. So my thing is that it's nothing wrong with getting it. But my point is that some don't believe that they need it, especially in the world that we circle. A lot of it, and it's wrong. And a lot of them in the religious world feel like, I'm a pastor, I'm a bishop, I'm an apostle. You know this. They don't want, and then when it comes to dating, they'll get out of marriages and get married next month. I mean, that's what it happens. This is what we see. So the thing of it is that my prayer is that anybody that knows folks, how can we say we love God who we are not seeing and we don't even love our brothers? That's just straight up.
But
We're
hold
not
on,
saying
sister.
to take
Hold
away
on,
everybody's
doctor.
birth.
You just said before Mr. Surge came on, said, I don't care what God say. You just went against God, but now you're telling us something different. Yes, you
That
did.
didn't come out
So
of my mouth.
say
I
what
never
you said.
said that.
Say what you said.
No. Hold up, back
said.
up. I didn't say what I did not say that I didn't care what God said. I never said that. You might have heard somebody else mention something behind me. That's not what I said. I never said I don't care what God said. Why would you say that?
Or the church say something
That's
of that nature.
No. I never. Why would I say I don't care what God said? I never said that.
Anybody else here heard? Because I know I ain't crazy.
Well,
I know I didn't say it. I know I didn't say it, and I'm not into it.
Your tone is very aggressive.
No.
And that's a
problem. Okay. We got a new caller, y'all. A new caller.
Yeah, that's a new caller.
630. New caller, 630.
I gotta go to work.
Okay.
Hey, Martin, how you doing?
Hey, brother Bill. Bill, I don't know why I can't
on here about
I can't never recognize your number. Go ahead, Bill. I don't know why. Go ahead, Bill.
It's I only been on here maybe about a half an hour.
That's low enough.
And I see this. I see the topic about the fusion and dating, and which leads on to relationships and marriage. And a lot of people have some pertinent information. I do agree with Dr. Sanders. We base our relationships and marriages on past experiences and other people's experience. One thing for certain, when it comes to anything, if you put a foundation of God, you got a better chance at it. That's number one. Number two, you can go to, I don't care how many therapists, psychologists for premarital counseling or counseling within the marriage or any other situation. If that individual is not being honest, they're only getting part of a situation. You have to have both parties being honest. That's number one. Respect and love in the marriage in the dating scene is a must. But the number one thing is honesty first. If you totally honest, you know what to expect out of your partner before you marry them. But the thing is, you can't draw these lines in the sand that's so rigid and have these expectations without being realistic. I mean, people change. You know, they might have felt that way. It might have been committed at that point. And people change. And it's got a lot to do with acceptance. Now, I'm not here to preach to the choir as far as a man or woman cheating is the worst thing, and or financial situations, who to pick. That a person has to pick who they feel comfortable with, and it's based on what they've been told. People need to date before they commit to living with each other, and especially marriage, because you find out things about a person when you're being courted or y'all go together or whatever. Not counting the not having a sex part if you're not married. Mm-hmm. But people don't like to be realistic, not even with themselves. You know, I hate to bring other ethnicities into this, but you got other races that kids don't even, or young adults don't even know each other. And they might be miserable. You're going to be miserable at some point or another in any relationship. But it's a commitment. Any two men, and it's supposed to be any man or woman with a commitment, you can conquer and work through anything. But both parties have to want to. They have to want to. But being butt naked honest in the beginning of a relationship is part of what the confusion is in our dating scene. That's all I got to say right now.
All right, we got another caller. I think I know this. That's 2742. That might be my. Is that?
Okay, so
hey, hold on.
Hey,
before you say anything, you don't love me no more. This is my partner, y'all, right? One of my partners. She don't love. I gotta bust her out because she don't even call me no more. That's okay though. That's okay. I don't owe you nothing, do I? Go ahead, partner.
He's so crazy.
This is an inside joke, y'all. Just go ahead. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead.
What it is that people really don't like the person they think they want. Like, you know how people date and they actually like somebody. These people don't like the person they're trying to date. When you really like somebody, you like them exactly for who they are. They don't have to pretend to be nobody. You ain't looking for anything from them. You just actually like them. And what's going on is women seeing men, they looking at the way he dressed, or what money he got, or the men looking at her body, how pretty she is. When the truth is, after that, go get past that. He got all his money and she's so pretty. They don't even like each other because they have nothing in common. They don't even talk to get to know each other. And what happened is they get married because, again, she's beautiful and he got the money. And after a while, they can't stand each other because they never got the chance to know each other. And that's the time we're living in a society. Everybody wants to pretend to be somebody they're not. If you strip away all of these things from this person and they sit with themselves, they get to know themselves, and then they get to know, okay, I can see this person. I actually like them for the qualities they have. And the sad thing within our own people is materialistic things is really making the most biggest statement. Like, nobody cares about nothing else but what kind of car a person got, how much money they make, how good they look. That stuff only lasts so long. People get older, people age, people get sick. You can lose your job, you can lose everything. We're not exempt from anything. And it's like people not realizing that. So now you with this person, y'all done got kids together now. You got people who done made babies with people they ain't even like. They just had sex with them and this person got pregnant. Now I got a baby with somebody I can't stand. And it's not the child's fault, but the child is going to think you can't stand their mother or you can't stand their father, and it becomes the absent parent. A lot of situations where the father's not there, this is what happened. He didn't know this woman. He couldn't really stand her. He just wanted to have sex with her. This stuff happens so much. And that's what's going on now. It's been going on. Nobody likes each other. They just see a person, they look good for the day or they look good for the night, and they sleep with them. Now you got them pregnant, then you stuck with them. Well, now you got to marry them,
because you think you got this beautiful wrap piece of, you know what? And then now you stuck with them. Now you didn't build a life, you didn't put investments in everything, and you kind of stuck with them. And then it comes to the cheating thing. Well, I'm going to cheat on them and sleep them out instead of divorce them because I got a point to prove, because I don't want them to take half of my stuff. As somebody stated, a lot of Black people do need to go to counselors for themselves to figure out who they are. Like, a lot of people don't know who they are. That's why they always get under somebody else. Every time they break up with somebody, I'm going to get under somebody else. All you doing is putting your issues to that next person, and then what you're doing is making that next person have some issues because of you. And it goes on and on and on. You need to stay to yourself and get to learn who you are. Wonder why you sleep around. Wonder why you drink. Wonder why you can't be happy with somebody, because maybe I'm not happy with myself. But people don't want to look in the mirror and say, I'm not a beautiful person. People don't never want to say that, because sometimes we think we're the most beautiful person. And it may seem that way to other people, but we know we got some messed up ways that it pushes a lot of people away from us, men and women. But no one likes to look in the mirror at themselves because it hurts too bad to see the flaws we have within ourselves. It's an ugly picture. But when you look on Facebook and everything else, even when we out in public, we like to paint a pretty picture. And then our accomplishments sometimes outshine us as a human being. So people take to our accomplishments and say, this is a good person. Yeah, because you see what's on the outside, but if you're alone with them, you don't want to really be alone. So that's why they don't want to be alone with them. And they don't want to be alone with themselves. So they use sex, liquor, and clothes and materialistic things to cover up for it. But the person that they're with sees everything about them, and they don't like it. They don't like it at all. So I do believe that a lot of us do need to seek counseling. There's nothing wrong with talking to someone that helps you really figure out who you are, because that's what a counselor does. They let you talk, and you figure out all the answers about yourself. That's what happens. But people think, oh, I'm crazy. No, crazy people don't know they're crazy. That's right.
Mm.
So it's like we as men and women, especially as you get older, especially if you got more years behind you than in front of you, you need to figure it out, because let's be honest, don't nobody want to be alone. Especially when you get sick, you got to go to the hospital.
And shame the
You go to the
devil.
hospital and your body aching, or you laying up in that hospital room, and you look at all the time you done had in your life, there ain't nobody coming to the hospital to see you in your sickness. Nobody want to change your diaper. Nobody want to clean your sick body. You can call on your kids, but they're not obligated, because you just spent your whole life playing the field, pushing people away. Now you alone. You may die alone. People don't understand that. Yeah, you can have fun when you're young. You can run and jump beds and do all these crazy things. When you get older, that's not fun no more. You wish you had somebody to lay in the bed with you and rub your feet and just talk to you and tell you how good their day was. And unfortunately, a lot of people are going to be alone. They're going to die alone, because pretty don't last forever. Being in shape don't last forever.
Tell the truth.
That body, them body parts don't
shame
last
the
forever. That
devil.
vagina ain't gonna stay wet. That penis ain't gonna stay hard forever. You know how it go. Is sometimes at a certain age you don't feel up to it at the moment. But we fooling ourselves. We think we're gonna be young forever, and we're not. You see people checking up out of here at 20, 30, 40 years old. But we're not ready to have these conversations, because again, we see ourselves as the most beautiful, as prettiest. Like it's nothing wrong with us, but it's a lot wrong with us when we can't keep good relationships with people. I really believe it's enough men and women on this earth for us to have somebody. But the people that we want may not want us. And the people that want us, we probably don't want them. But we want that. We probably want them later on in life when nobody else do want us. Ain't that crazy?
That's crazy.
And it shouldn't be like that. And then we end up being mentally abused, all these things. These people treated me bad. No, you treated yourself bad because you allowed it. You allowed this person to be in and out your life playing mind games because you knew this person wasn't right. But again, you like the sex. Like you said, sex makes us believe we love somebody. Everybody has been there, been fooled by great sex and great lies.
Yeah,
you know this person is a liar. You know this person is a liar, and they like to play games, but the sex feels so great when they next to you that you forget everything this person just told you. But again, we as human beings can admit that we played the fool for nobody. We don't, because we're embarrassed, but it's nothing to be embarrassed by. Everybody plays the fool.
Sometimes.
Preach.
Oh yeah, that's
Look at my partner, y'all. Look at my partner. She don't, listen, you guys do me a favor. I need everybody to hit the like button so we can spread this video. Once you hit the like button, it goes in different places and stuff, like tag someone because someone needs to hear this. But believe it or not, maybe both of the doctors can agree with me on this. This is a form of therapy. Just talking about it in a space like this. It's a form of therapy. Because you know, we all got problems. Listen, don't nobody want to be alone. Don't nobody want not if you're in your right mind, period. But we got one more caller. Let's see what this caller have to say. 0404. Come on, caller.
Well, good evening.
Good evening.
How you doing, Martin?
No pimp talking now. No pimp talking.
No,
no pimp talking now.
No, I'm not on that today.
Okay.
I'm really coming in a different angle.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother Mark.
First of all,
go ahead.
We gotta start from the beginning, and that's with self, right? So if you're not all the way together, how you expect to find somebody that's to your level? Meaning, like, if you're on ground zero, knowing that you're just a basic person with a basic job, stop shooting for the stars. Find somebody in your own tax bracket. That's just one point. Second point is, you got to really love yourself. You got to really invest time in yourself to learn yourself. And we forgot about God. I thought God was supposed to lead us in the right direction. What happened to let him show you where you're supposed to go and who you're supposed to be?
Man.
But, you know, we forgot all about that. And another point that I just want to make, you can't teach your old dog new tricks. So these old ways that some of you guys were speaking about, it's not that day and age anymore. We're not living in the past anymore. People don't even wear suits to go to funerals. People don't even wear suits to go to a job interview. So you got to understand the things that was supposed to be taught and sent down the chain for your young to the next generation. We got to blame the old folks because y'all didn't stand on business. So excuse me for keeping it blunt. We only can learn from what we see. So if we wasn't taught that, then you can't expect anything from the untaught. You feel me? So that's one point. That's another one. I'm just going down the line because y'all said a lot of things that didn't make sense. You're trying to teach somebody that's blind, or you're trying to make somebody listen that's deaf. You got to start with, how did these people become like that? Well, who was supposed to teach them? The ones that's seeking and judging and pointing fingers. So back to the love issue, right? If you're going to love somebody, you need to understand who you're trying to love and why you're trying to love. Are you lacking love? Are you in search of love? What is it? And we don't understand what we really want. I know what I want, but we're too judgmental as a people. So tell you and have you thinking elsewise, so you need to isolate yourself. And that's about it. I just, I could say a lot, but I just want to hit those key points that was on my mind.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No pimp talk.
I no pimp talking, my man. That's what I'm talking about. We got enough of that.
Y'all really need God. Y'all really need God.
We all need God.
I forgot all about God.
Yeah, you're right.
Man.
People that need to get closer than them. Because a lot of people on here said a lot of stuff that didn't make any sense. It may make sense in their lives, but you got to talk in general. We can't be sending out the wrong message. We cannot send out the wrong message.
Amen.
Well, I'll say this.
Go to Africa, brother.
Hey, well, Brother Martin.
Okay. Let old timer go. Then I'll let you go, Bill. Go ahead, old timer, because he's been quiet for a while. Go ahead, old timer.
In the end, we want people to feel that they're meeting their own personal needs as well. I mean, because all of us got to know what type of, if we hit some type of threshold limit, and marriage is probably the ultimate for a man because he has to have a family. I mean, I don't think you just want to be footloose and fancy free. I got 5 children. I ain't never been married. I ain't never shared no tough responsibility. It's a lot that goes into it because we got to ask how every man feel about himself. They've had, when somebody says something to you about the 50-year-old living at home, they've had commercials out on TV selling the people buying cars, and they say, man, what kind of insurance you got? You say, man, I got my family insurance. And they say, man, why don't you get you some grown man insurance? I mean, they joking about it and stuff, but they just saying that you need to be on your own and different things. So at some point in time, we got to see how everybody feels about themselves, you know, and when you feel about yourself that that you're accomplishing and you're doing things, well, I mean, you might need to know if you're marriage material.
Okay.
But the thing is, a lot of men got to be leaders. And I heard a lot about, you know, you asking the women about submitting and different things. Well, I mean, I think, you know, a man, he's the one that's going to be pursuing the lady. So he got to have a plan, and the plan has to be developing appropriately, changing for the good all of the time. Because, you know, we kind of like going to hit some pitfalls as far as being together, but still in all, you know, a man has to be the leader, you know, in the home and in the community. He has a lot of things that he has to do. And, you know, ladies, I mean, it might be, but ladies nowadays not looking for men to be lead.
Old timer, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
And you love doing this. You love comparing different ethnic groups and stuff like that. Now, take a look at the migrants. I want everybody to hear me. Now, some of them are married couples and some of them couple up. Now, they came here with nothing. Nothing. They only came here on a promise. You know, they promised to house them. They promised to give them work. I've seen family members, couples, you know, young, I don't know if they're married or not, I can't say, sleeping at the police station, couples. Now, you can't, listen, now I'm just saying, this is what I've witnessed. Now, whether you want to call it right or wrong, and some of us as couples, we wouldn't follow each other across the street if we go bad. One of us break bad, we gone. Now, I'm looking at people coming across the border from another country, sleep on the floor with their man and their children. In the wintertime, too, when it's cold out. Now, that's something to look at. That's something to think about. I'm not trying to compare us to them, but I just wanted the point I want to bring out. It's not all about what material thing that you own. That's proved by looking at them. They have nothing but a promise. They've been promised something to come over here. And they sleeping on the floor, a lot of them. Whole families. You see them walking down the street. One in the stroller, one in the arm, one walking one. Come on, families. Or boyfriend and girlfriend. I just say family. That's what we see.
That's true.
Now we see this. So I'm saying, like, man, what kind of woman? This is me thinking. I'm just thinking, and I'm not trying to lift the migrants up like that. Don't get me wrong, I'm not doing it, but this is me thinking, like, okay, what type of woman will come to another country on a promise, will follow a man with the children and all that, and sleep on a hard floor or in a tent, and I'm quite sure they wasn't homeless in their country. What type of woman will follow a man like that? That's what I'm saying in my mind. Most American women probably will say, well, you know what? You go on first, and when you get everything good on your feet, you sit for us. But this is what I'm witnessing. Right. And I'm saying in my mind, I'm like, man, they got to be really in love or something for somebody to come into another country, sleep on the floor, whole families. I'm like, man, that's something to think about, people. And here we are.
Well, you know, man, a lot of them have done that. Different cultures have. I mean, my dad is Mexican, you know, so a lot of them stepped out on faith. You know, the statement that I made was that the world's view, I don't care, because it conflicts with God's view. But a lot of cultures literally will take that chance. I mean, you know, when you may look at some movies that predict that, but some of them came from Greece. One of my college mates lived in Greece, you know, and her people came and they were homeless in America. You know, they ended up going to California, but a lot of them stepped out on faith. Some cultures were taught that, and they'll go all the way through that. I understand what you're saying, Martin, it does happen. In hindsight, we don't get a chance to see that because we don't do, in most cases, some of us don't do that. We don't travel all the way over to Africa or Asia. Or, you know, you're like, okay, that's it. But no, some of the cultures were taught that because of their family traditions have taught them that. I mean, even at the clinic where I'm at, I see a lot of them come there, a lot of Islamics that come there, and they, you know, are living, you know, in a impoverished area, but they come there to get help, but they're there with their wives. They're more than one wife. I'm like, y'all still do that?
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of cultures do that.
Man, I just see.
Okay,
Martin,
can I chime in? Can I chime in?
The same thing happened during the Great Migration North.
Okay, hold on. We got too many
Martin,
people
Can I
talking.
chime in real
Go
quick?
ahead, Doc. Go ahead.
The same thing happened with the Great Migration North.
Okay, Dr. Davis.
Well, yeah, that's true because my great.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Then I
want me
promise
to shut
Bill.
up?
Go ahead, Doctor. Go ahead. I promise
I'll
Bill.
shut
But
up.
go ahead.
I'll be 2 seconds.
Go ahead.
I told you all yesterday. I went to Liberia. The reason why, like, I've been to Venezuela. I've been to some of these places. They cannot afford to get married, so they stay together until they can afford to get married. Because some of these people make $10 a month. They make $20 a month. Liberia, oh my God, most of them people only make $200 a month, so they cannot afford to get married. So they just stay together until they can get married, and that's a difference from America. That's a big difference. That man is there. He's taking care of his family until he can afford to get married. So that's why I'm answering your question, Martin, that, yeah, they're living on the floor with their man and their kids, but they cannot afford to get married. So, of course, they came to America to get a better life because even in Liberia, most of them people cannot afford to get married because they have a church on every corner there because the pastors there is, oh my goodness, there's something else to see. And I have plenty of videos. You want me to show you the videos? I will send them to you. Plenty of videos showing that these people are poor. This is a third world country, and a lot of them do not have running water. So how they gonna afford? They rather eat off the land every day because in Liberia, no matter where you go in Africa, be South Africa, West Africa, Ghana, I'm talking about West Africa, Liberia, Nigeria, any of them, they lights get cut off every single day. So most of them do not have refrigerators. That's in the poverty area. So they have to eat off the land every day. So they're not thinking about marriage until they're able to afford it. I'm done.
Okay, go ahead, Bill.
It's a beautiful thing, though. It's beautiful that they do it.
Bill,
Okay.
go ahead. Go ahead, Bill. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bill.
I want to go back to the topic, which keeps leading up to marriage, and I understand that I'm a married man. I'll be married 23 years in a couple weeks, and I'm sitting back listening. I'm thinking back 23 years ago with situations with me and my wife. First, there was a commitment. And once there's a commitment, and we lived together, we shacked before we got married. But there's a commitment, and these young people that's on the dating scene, old people on the dating scene, it don't matter. We talked about the dating scene, the confusion. Like I said, first, the honesty, but you have to find somebody you're compatible with and just be honest. Everything ain't gonna be peaches and cream in no relationship. And we've had our battles, but I'm gonna tell you, I was physically attracted to my wife, and I'm pretty sure it was the same, vice versa. That was the basis. And at one point, I told her I didn't want our relationship early on to be based on sex, because all of my relationships have been based on sex. So I started looking at other qualities in her. And I found that we had things in common as far as like music. And one thing that has carried us on more than almost anything besides the love and God is being able to make each other laugh, man. You know, when it's heated situations or whatever, discussions, later on you have to rebound and make each other laugh. And just be honest with yourself if this person is compatible with you and are your expectations realistic.
Yo, Martin. Hey, Martin, check it out. Enough of the BS, Martin. Can I just speak the truth now? Women want to be protected.
Hey, boss. Wait.
Now, I ain't talking about you. You was on point with what you saying, brother. But let me just speak my piece. Women want to be protected, and they want to have a person to provide for them. There's nowhere in there is about love. They never say anything about love. Okay? They want somebody to be. They want to be felt. They want to feel protected, and they want to have somebody to provide for their ass. No love involved, okay? Because if they feel like they in a threat, they're going to call the police. So you can exit out protected right there. They just want you to give. If you're a giver, you're a great man. If you do what they say, you're a great man. So are you going to accept that or not? This is a woman's world, but men fund it. You going to follow in suit, or you going to be a sucker and just be by yourself? And that's the real.
Well, are you married, brother?
I don't agree with that.
Hold on. Are you
agree.
brother? Are you married?
I need to intervene in that.
Are you married, brother? Huh?
Don't plan on getting there.
Okay, then you can't.
Do you see the quality of women out here right now?
Yeah.
Do you see? Everybody on this podium right here is judgmental.
Brother.
We've been following the white man laws and rules for so long. We argue amongst each other. That's why our household ain't together. We looking at how everybody else stuff going on.
Hold on. Let me say this, brother. Hold on, brother. You got a man on here that's been married 36 years. You got another man on here been married almost 26 years.
And
you got another. You got Dr. Hold on. You got Dr. Sanders. She been married on here. How many years for you, Dr. Sanders?
15 years.
15
and I
years.
don't like that.
Okay.
For what he said, because you're saying we're nothing but liars. I don't like that.
Right. Dr. Davis.
I said people.
Dr. Sanders, I agree with you.
Not y'all.
Yeah.
I said people are nothing but liars. I spoke in general. I didn't point nobody out.
No.
People are liars.
But I mean, it's people on here that've been loved, have experienced love, been in love before. You got some people that's not even married, been in love with each other. Now, some women actually love their guy. I just broke some down to you. To see migrant women and children with their significant other or their wife or whoever come to another country on a promise, and sleep on the cold floor in a tent, man, that speaks volumes. That got to be love. There can't be no feeling no protection. That's got to be love. Because listen,
that's a different breed of people, though.
Well, that people is people. Hold on, I'm just saying.
No,
come on now.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
Come on now.
Different, bro. People can't even come outside with their face off.
Yeah.
Come on now.
No,
people won't even come outside with their face off.
Brother, you way off,
now,
brother.
Come on.
You way off. You ain't talking that pimp talk.
So we too materialistic. That's what I'm aiming at. We're too materialistic. You gotta have this. You gotta be this. You gotta have this.
Okay, I give you that.
That's what I'm aiming at.
Okay, I give you that. Okay.
That's all I'm saying. I'm talking. I may talk a little bit different, but I know what I'm talking about. If you listen, you'll learn. But we too materialistic as people. That's all we are. We're the most consumer. You gotta have this. You gotta be this. You gotta have a certain type of criteria to even be loved. You gotta have a fat ass to be loved. You gotta have some big chest to be loved. That's why all these enhancements. Everybody out here robots. They've been programmed. Do you see we programmed?
But that's not love, brother.
That's what I'm saying.
Boss, let me say this. Love.
I got to intervene on that.
Well, hold on. Before you intervene, your phone, you sound like your phone sound like you way back or something. You got to talk clear if you gonna intervene.
Hold on. I got to intervene.
What you got to say?
I got dentures in my mouth. I don't wear makeup. My hair is bald head. You got to love me for me. for me. You gotta see me when I want you to go to bed with me with no distance in my mouth, my bald head. I don't believe in the clown face. You gotta love me for me. So you wrong on that part. That part you wrong on. Yes. And I got a friend that love me for me. So that you have found love in the wrong place. There's a lot of sisters out here that's natural, baby. So I don't know where you looking at, but you need to open your eyes all the way, sweetheart. I just had to intervene.
Okay, go ahead, Bill. Go ahead, Bill. Then we got a new caller. Go ahead, Bill. Bill.
He mentioned love ain't got nothing to do with it. Love got a lot to do with
talking about Tina Turner.
longevity.
Yeah.
You want a woman do want to feel secure financially, and she want to be protected. But the man that's gonna give her those areas of her life, being a man, a real man, he gotta love her. He gotta love her. And one thing about love conquers all. So love is what God has shown and given us. That's the basis of life that people keep wanting to ignore. Love will conquer all. Love will solve any problem that comes about. Because if you genuinely love somebody, it's things that you ain't gonna do, or if you happen to do, you'll regret or digress and fix it. Love conquers all.
Oh, yes, sir. I gotta go with that, brother Bill. I gotta go with that. I'm telling you. Remember I talked about earlier, remember I said people, when a spouse, true love, when a spouse know they can cheat on one another and get away with it without the other spouse finding out, and they don't do it, man, that's love right there. That's love. That's love. Hey, listen. Everybody put their phone on mute. I know who that is. Okay, I know who that is. But what I'm saying is that's true right there. When you know you can cheat on your spouse and get away with it, and you don't do it, that's loyalty right there all day. That's all day. It ain't worth it. So Dr. Davis said that she know her husband love her. She said I know that man love me. So women want to be loved and protected. You right. But they want to be loved too, man. Right. Some women are not in love. They just in it for the convenience. And I understand that too as well. It's maybe a small percentage. Brother Mark is what you're saying. Maybe a small percentage like that. And I give you that. But not all women. Okay. Some women want to be loved. I give you a small percentage. You got some women like, what love got to do with it? This here, pay these bills. Here, I need this new car. I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm doing this. You got to do your part. And some women think like that and they operate in that mode. But then you got those, listen, honey, I make $100,000 a year. You make 50. I still love you. You still love me. We're going to put our money together and we're going to make this work. One fall, pick the other one up.
So much.
Go ahead, Doc. Go ahead.
So much what you saying.
Go ahead, Elder.
What you saying is that a man can feel comfortable knowing that he might not be the full breadwinner at the house. And they got vacations they got to go on, they got spending they got to do, and you think he feel comfortable?
Well,
like that?
It could be. Yeah, we live. Listen, this is what. Listen, brother.
And he wants to be the head of the house.
Yeah, he can't. Listen, brother. Hold on, old timer. Your bankroll don't determine if you head of the household. Listen, you got something. Hold on, bro. Hold on, Doc. Hold on. That don't take away from your masculinity. It ain't like the man sitting down. He making 50,000. His wife making 100,000. He's doing something. He ain't sitting down. He's still a man at the end of the day.
Running in place ain't the same as taking a 100-yard dash.
Go ahead, old timer. Go ahead.
Well, I mean that's by chance if she get a good job. Now don't get me wrong. If he meets somebody with a heavy head and she destined to go in that direction, that's good. And he tell her, hey, You know, I'm a housekeeper.
Okay.
You know, I work in cleaning, sanitation, work on the job and stuff, and he don't mind her doing it.
Listen.
I mean,
old timer.
Man, we got to be clear about it, though.
Old timer. Your wife don't work. She ain't never had to pay a bill. God bless her. That's a beautiful thing. Now, I could say she ain't got no money, but she do have money because 1 + 1 is 1. When it comes to spiritual, when it comes to marriage, what's hers is yours and what's his is hers. So same way with anything, brother. Listen, a woman have to know her place, her order. This is my husband. I make more than he do, but he is the head of this household. Now you may not agree with that, but listen, that man ain't no bum. He's working. He's going to work every day. He may not be pulling 6 figures. Now he may be have a low wage job, but he come home every day. He don't cheat on his wife. He bring her flowers. He love her. Why not respect that man? And when they go on trips, they put their money together. They put their money. Come on, old time.
You got to ask him how he feel about it.
Yeah. Well, that's perfect. You got
to ask the man how he feel about it.
Every house, listen. Every household is not ran the same. This day and age, you got some women make more than the man that they marry. Period. And they don't mind sharing. Because what's hers is his and what's his vice versa. Come on, old timer. Listen, a woman might come up to you and say, man, why are you paying all the bills for your wife? She don't do nothing. That's your house. That's how you want to run it. That's how you run it, brother. Every house is not ran on your tradition. No.
Okay, no. Okay. Well, let me set that record straight for you. Okay, my wife tried to work. My wife had a job, but the thing of it is, we had children that was new children. You know what I'm talking about? Toddlers and stuff.
Right.
And either, you got to find a babysitter that runs $250 to $300 a week.
Okay.
And you're gonna be spending a lot of time away from one another.
Okay.
So we made a decision that I was working. Go ahead.
How many bank accounts you and your wife got together? Y'all got bank account together or separate accounts?
Oh yeah. No, we got one account. We got the same one. We got one bank account.
Okay. All right. Now you just said one account. So why can't a wife make more money than a husband? Is something wrong with that? Do you see anything wrong with that?
Oh no.
Huh?
No.
Is something wrong with that?
There's nothing. Yes. But money. You got to understand, the man be around a lot of other men at work, and they be doing a lot of talking.
Okay. Old timer. You're elder now. Come on now, brother.
Yeah.
Listen?
Let me tell it.
I'm trying to tell you. But I'm trying to tell you. Okay, a lot of men be talking, and some other people would jump up and say, well, my wife, she worked for the CEO of the company. She's the secretary up there, and they said at mahogany desk and different things. I heard a lot of that. I heard some people say, well, my wife, she worked for higher up. But let me tell you something.
What's wrong?
On the weekend, if you notice, most manufacturing companies, the parking lot is empty on the weekend. During the week, the week is crowded. But on the weekend, they just have some cars there. That's people that work overtime and they're making extra money. Yeah, go ahead.
Old timer, come on now, man. What's wrong with a woman making more than a husband? Come on, brother. You so worried about what the outside people thinking. You're a church God-fearing man. Come on now. You got 2 pounds. Hold on, brother. Listen, hold on. He's still providing. Hold on.
But ask these brothers on the line how they feel about it.
Okay, I ask them. Okay, let the man speak.
You want to know?
Yeah, come on.
I'm about to tell her.
Come
Go
on.
ahead. I'm gonna let him.
You want to know?
Well,
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Go ahead, son.
My buddy that grew up with me, that's like my brother, whose father really raised me because my father died when I was 3.
Go ahead, son.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Daddy Cleve worked at Campbell Soup Company. Mama Downer, she worked for Donnelly Printing down there. Okay? They only work Monday through Friday. All weekend they was there. He worked the doggone day shift. She worked the night shift. They barely seen each other, you know, but it was always somebody that was home to deal with.
Get to the point,
my buddy.
Sarge. Get to the point. Get to the point.
The point is, what old timer talking about is that I bring home the bacon and you cook it type lifestyle.
Okay.
Now, it ain't been like that in the last doggone 50 years. That's over with. That's done. Economically, that doesn't work out anymore. You need to have two people working to maintain one household.
And shame the devil. So, Sarge, let me ask you a question.
I was in a situation. I was in a situation. I made the money, and she was sitting at home all the time.
Okay, Sarge.
But we didn't have no young children or nothing.
Sarge, let me ask you a question. Do you see something wrong with a woman making more money than the man? They both working. It ain't like he's sitting at home, she taking care of him. Do you see anything wrong with that?
I don't see nothing wrong with it. So
okay.
What's going on, Martin, is that old B.B. King song that a lot of old heads got in their doggone head. I pay the cost to be the boss.
Okay. Well, listen, this is a new age. This is a new day now. Let me go to the next call. The next
I know it's a new day. They just don't get it. But you can't fault them for that, though.
Bill, do you see anything wrong with a woman making more than a man? Now, I'm not talking about she taking care of man, but he working too. Do you see anything wrong with that? It happens.
No, not at all. And it depends on. You never know. Maybe she made less than the man in the beginning and got promotion, went to school or whatever. But there's nothing wrong with it. And like Sarge just said, it's a different day and time, man. The days of my grandfather, just like Sarge just said, my grandfather worked for Campbell, and he took care of the whole family. That don't work these days. A man can't have a good job and take care of 6 kids like he did and a wife, and have any kind of quality of life. Nowadays things are different, and if a woman happens to make more than a man, and he's contributing, like you said, Martin, whatever his portion is, he's contributing and doing what they agree upon. There's nothing wrong with it.
Okay. Let me.
It ain't about who makes the most. Like you said, Martin, a man gonna stand on man. I don't care if you don't make a dime.
Damn, thank you. Tell the truth.
A man gonna stand on man.
And shame the devil.
Regardless.
Yeah. We got. Okay, hold it right there.
What I'm saying is this. This conversation, when the man starts dating and courting a lady, it's going to be talked about through their family. You're going to be going to like family different
regardless.
and different things they're going to say.
He's not marrying the family.
Somebody else said here.
Yeah, listen, old timer. He's not listen. Old timer. Look, come on now. When a man, the Bible said, the scripture said, and you know the scripture probably way better than I do. Shall a man leave his mother and father, cleave to his wife? That's how they become one. You don't marry the family. You marry into the family, but you marry the person that you marry. They take on the man last name. So my point is, old timer. My point is, they are power couples. They do things together. What's hers is his, and what's his is hers, brother. They put it together. Regardless if one's 70-30. That man ain't sitting down doing nothing. That man getting up going to work. He working at a McDonald's or manager job making $50,000 a year. She in corporate America. What, he gonna tell his wife, stay at home? No, they take two together. They still can go on trips together. Here's it. Barbara Cooper said, my mom made more than my father, and they was married 43 years. They helped each other and raised 7 children. That's a testimony right there. So you listen. That's not listen. See, y'all
worried about other people.
Yeah, listen. Y'all worry. A lot of us men basing now. Well, a lot of men are intimidated of women make more than them. I don't know why you are, man. If you're a man, you don't let nobody snatch your manhood from you. Hey, you not no bum. You not begging. Hey, I can pull my own. Let's go to these new callers real quick.
Well, you got to ask the ladies what kind of man they want. I mean, because most ladies, you know, I mean, go ahead.
Old timer, listen. Your wife is educated, smart lady. You told me that, very smart. Now imagine she probably would have had a better job than you, and you work for the fire department. She probably would have made more than you. Would that make you feel less than a man because she made more than you? Think about it.
No.
Oh, okay, then it could happen. But you decided, you said, honey, stay at home. Children are small. Take care of I got this. Now, it wasn't that she couldn't work, but y'all came to a mutual agreement. Like, you know, honey, I want you to stay at home. Seriously.
But just like the other brother said, okay, if you work day shift and your wife works second shift or vice versa, well, you're gonna be going 16 hours a day without seeing one another.
Listen,
I mean,
old timer, you're not listening. Old timer, you're not listening.
Okay.
I'm not saying because a woman makes more than a man that he's sitting home doing nothing. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about here's a man that's working at McDonald's. He's a manager. He's making $50,000 a year. His wife is in corporate America. She's making $100,000 a year. That man is doing something. He's going to work. He ain't sitting still. He's productive. He's providing.
Bravo.
That's all what it's all about, brothers. Power couple. You can't snatch that man. You can't snatch that man or fault that man because he's making $50,000 and his wife making $100,000. That don't make him no less than a man at all.
Okay, now Martin. Now there's a little monkey wrench in the
Well, let me hit a monkey wrench, youngster. Let me hit a monkey wrench.
Now this the monkey wrench. I can tell people haven't been around rich women because rich women got a certain decor about themselves, and they're not even gonna deal with a man beneath them. You
That's
see what
not
I'm saying?
true. Not true. Not true.
Not
true.
Listen here. Listen so
Not
you can
true.
learn something.
Not true.
Respect level. The respect level ain't gonna be as long as I'm telling you. You can lie to yourself as long as you want.
Brother, listen.
Now,
can I share? Okay. Listen. Hold on.
We're not
Hold
talking
on.
about 1980.
Hold on, brother. Hold on.
About your mom and your daddy years. We talking about this today.
Hold on,
That's
brother.
what the topic was. Today. Now
that is not a man. That is a woman.
Oh, that's okay.
Hello?
Yeah, 0404. Can you hold on? Can you hold on? Because I got a caller before you. Whoever said hold on, I need you to hold on.
Hello.
Need you to hold on. Now, I'm going to block you now. I'm asking you to be cool.
Wow. He can't. I'm sorry. That's my husband.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I can't.
Hello.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Put your phone on mute then. All right. Okay, listen.
Hello.
Okay. Put your phone on mute, please.
Yeah, you still here. Who is saying hello?
Put your phone on mute.
I don't want to say hello. That's my wife.
Okay. $36.99. Go ahead.
Put your phone on mute. Put your phone on mute.
$36.99.
Okay.
$36.99. Go
I
ahead.
just wanted to say, I've been listening, and I just want to say the person that said love has nothing to do with it, that's a woman. That's not a man. I hear people saying brother. That is a woman.
What you mean?
I heard her say she doesn't wear makeup and she has a bald head, and that when she takes her teeth out at night, she's all natural, and she wants a man to want her for her, and she doesn't wear the clown face. No, that's not a man. That's a woman.
What do you mean by that? I don't understand.
No, it's the voice that was confusing some of the guys. They thought it was a guy that was talking.
No. Marcus the one said that love
Hello.
got to do with it. Marcus said that. Marcus Stewart, he the one said that what's love got to do with it. He first said that.
And then a woman came in.
Right. The 09.
She
Yeah, I know
said
you're
that
talking.
she's a
Yeah, she
woman.
said that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she said that. Okay. I'm very.
I'm trying to teach these people so they listen.
No, brother,
Let me
listen.
just start
You ain't been living long enough to teach us something. Oh yeah,
I'm
you.
pretty sure I've been living in this new day and age.
No, I know,
that
but I'm
much.
just
And
saying.
it ain't the same as the old days.
Listen,
I can tell you that much.
Listen.
I can tell you that much. That's why it's not that
but
many.
For you,
not that many
listen.
people getting married.
Let me just say something to you, brother. Listen, there are plenty women out here that got money, and they marry men that's not in their financial bracket. So listen, I don't know where you've been. I don't know where you've been or what type of circle you in. I don't know what type of circle you in, bro. But there are plenty. Most women, especially here in the city of Chicago, a lot of them got it going on. They got cars, jobs, and buildings, and they doing better than the men. Most of the women, not all around the world, but right here in the city of Chicago. And some of the women make more than the men and own more. Come into the marriage with their own building, their own car, with their own bag. Period. Man, I meet a lot of successful women that have way more than I do. And that never snatched my masculinity. I'm still a man. I ain't gonna be nothing else but a man. Now, I may not be in a six-figure bracket, which I'm not, but you're not gonna you ain't gonna snatch my manhood. I'm a man. And I'm not gonna be intimidated of your success because you're making six figures.
And you never supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be there. Go ahead, baby. If you can make it, get that money. Get that money.
You're supposed to shoot for the stars. You're supposed to.
Right.
Right?
So if my woman
having an unbalanced relationship, there's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of stuff that comes with it. I'm just bringing the light on other situations. Not to say that's what you should do. I'm just bringing the light. I'm bringing different scenarios to give you the understanding it's not the same as once before. It's a new day and age.
Listen. I understand.
And that's good. That 50,000 sounded good. But see, when they start using that term six figures, that changed a lot of stuff.
But that's okay. But see, a real man is not intimidated of six figures if he's not. I'm not. Listen. If I meet
my wife makes
hold on.
Month,
hold on, brother. You got to speak. Hold on. Hold it. Listen. You got some women out here that support their man are helping him advance. You just like you got we'll just say hypothetical speaking. Okay, you got she have a husband that works at McDonald's, a general manager. So what she might do is, hey, honey, go back to school, go online school, and get your degree so maybe you can get into the program where you can get your own McDonald's franchise. You got women like that will take you to the next level. We'll do that. We'll help you, push you to that. But I ain't gonna say most men, some men are intimidated of women that's making a lot of money and they can't take it. Because men, we like for women to depend on us. But we live in a new day and time now. The women are exalted in these positions. The white man will give them a corporate job to make a lot of money opposed to a man. You don't even see a lot of black dominant men in corporate America. You see men that making big money on these contracted jobs or entrepreneurs or construction jobs and sites like that, bridge builders. Those men make money. Asbestos, electricians, plumbers, they make big money if they're good at their craft and, be focused. They make big money. Or business owners or restaurant owners, they make big money. But in corporate America, you don't see a lot of black men. I would say dominant men. You see a lot of gay men in the corporate America. That's what you see.
Yep.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Bingo.
Sure do. They all up in there.
Right.
This is where the side nigga comes in, right? Because if the woman is making 100 figures and you making 50, you're a 50% nigga to her, and she gonna always
say, brother. Now there you go. You was good. There you go to that street talking, it, brother. Brother, there you go, brother.
Have you ever
brother? First of all, brother. First of all, you ain't never been married, so you don't know how it is to be married. You just talking on something. You going somewhere that you don't have experience on it. I see you see a lot of things. No disrespect to you. You're a brother. No, I ain't gonna never disrespect you because I know who you are. Brother, listen, You talking to people here in their 50s and 60s on here, brother. They've been through where you trying to reach. Trust me. And that's real talk.
Today.
I'm telling you.
You said today was.
Yeah, but listen, brother.
What was the topic?
Listen. I'm telling you, brother. You're now. I understand what you're saying, but a lot of us been in that pimp game and whatever. You don't know the backgrounds of all these men and women that's on this page right now. You assuming that you're talking above their head, brother. You're assuming that because they're not saying nothing. You don't even know my background. You know a little bit about me. You know, I could have been in the pimping game. You don't know. You don't know that about me. You really don't know. You don't know what I know. I don't know what these other people on here. This man is a preacher. He been on here. He be come on here all the time. I don't know his background. He could have been on that pimping stuff back in the 60s and the 70s. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? Some people decide to change their life, go get on the straight and narrow, get them a wife and sit down and live a peaceful life. They ain't in the streets no more. I've been in the streets. I gave the streets many years of my life, brother, until I turned around. Don't want it no more because I know what's to it. Don't want it no more, brother. It ain't that I can lie, I can steal, I can cheat, I can gangbang, I can sell dope. I can do it all, brother. I can whatever bag you come out of, I can come with it. But I don't want to do those things anymore, brother. I've turned my life around for the straight and narrow. I'm looking at it as a whole, as a group. I want to help my people. I want to help my people to win. See, those things, selling dope, pimping, drug, this woman, that one, those are minor things. I'm trying to push our people into major things. Getting married, repair relationships, going on trips, doing things, building things together. That's my motive. That's my angle. All that slick talking and all that, been there, that's nothing. Nothing. Five different, you're gonna have 5 different baby mamas talking like that. Disease, child support court, from job to job to job.
Let me tell you.
Go ahead, Bill.
Street game, whether it's pimping, selling drugs, I've been in the midst of it all. Whatever you can come up with from these streets, I've been through it all. But guess what? When it's all said and done, you name me the people that has been successful at those things later on in life. I wasted a lot of my years out here in the street and changed my life and got a job, got a business. My wife got a business, and she been in the street. But the thing of it is, what we got now versus what we had is so much better because we ain't looking over our back about it. We ain't ducking and dodging all the situations. And because I wanted to be slick and be in the street and a late start of being legal, I ain't got no pension plan because I started a business. Had I had the same focus or somebody, I ain't gonna say nobody didn't tell me because I came from good start. I just was hard-headed and wouldn't listen. But to the thing, just like Martin said, I don't think he meant it to a degree. You can't tell me nothing because I know Martin. He gonna listen to any and everybody, but it got to make sense. And the average young person feel the same way you do, and you don't know it all. It ain't that things have changed. Some things have changed, but my grandmother told me it's the same game. The faces just change. Times change, yes, it does. But listen, man, just listen. Like Martin said, you don't know what a person's background is, and you can learn something. Now, just listening to me on here talking, but if you saw me, just like a lot of young brothers see me and say, "Hey, OG, hey, triple OG," You know,
SOS.
I can give him some facts. I can give him some facts just like I just gave you now.
Because you got old timer. Hold on, old timer. Old timer, go ahead. Old timer. Okay, then I get you, Sarge. Go ahead, old timer. Old timer, go ahead. Then I'm gonna get Sarge.
What that brother just said, what he said about not having no pension, that right there is enough to wake up a lot of our young men right then and there.
That's true.
Just that one saying right then and there to say, well, see, man, I ain't even see, I messed around so much, I ain't got no pension. Now, another message, and I'm done when I say this here.
Go ahead.
We got to tell all our young men, hey, man, when you graduate from high school, you walk away from the game. You ain't got time for that no more. If you're 22 and 23 years old and you still in the game, you need to go to psychiatric treatment. Something is wrong with you. That's high school stuff. You don't bring that stuff into your adulthood. That's for children. That's not for people 25 and 26 years old. You ain't got no business in no game. You got to stand on your own. Now that's my message to all young men.
Sarge.
All right, check it out, Martin.
Go ahead.
What the brother's speaking on is what's big on YouTube. See, it's called red pill, right? He getting the education through YouTube, talking about how these women this, women that, with no experience under the schism of the women. You see what I'm saying? That's all that is. And see your big red pill talkers that's got all them doggone followers on YouTube. Let me tell you something, Martin, and it's gonna be brief. These cats grew old. They never grew up.
Amen.
And that's what he listening to. He listening to a lot of old dudes. He listening to a lot of old dudes that grew old. They never grew up. Your Kevin Samuels, your City and Ali's, your lead attorneys, all these folk on YouTube that's popular, you know. Yeah, you had this one called Kevin Samuels. He came and went at the same time with one of them young things. Damn sure did.
But let me say this about Kevin Samuels. He did put a lot of truth out there. Now I ain't gonna lie. Now he did put a lot of truth.
I'm not gonna say he didn't put truth out there, right?
Okay, he put a lot of truth out there. Okay,
I ain't gonna say that. But when you in your late 50s and you taking Viagra and drinking Red Bull and messing with them young girls, you gonna get it, and he got it. He came and went at the same time, Martin, right here in Georgia.
Okay,
he did. You right.
He damn sure did. Came and went at the same time.
Yeah.
Can I go next, please?
Go ahead, Doc.
Oh, I'm done. I'm trying to be brief.
Doc. Go ahead, Doc.
Okay, thank you, Sarge. I appreciate it. I don't have nothing to say. My husband gonna talk tonight.
Go ahead, husband. Go ahead, husband. Go ahead.
Hello.
Hey, my brother.
My name is Emmanuel.
All right, go ahead.
My name is Emmanuel Senior, and that is my wife, Zamina Wole. I don't care how much my wife needs, but I love my wife, and I'm the man in the house.
Amen.
So anything my wife owns belongs to both of us. Anything I own belongs to both of us. So for us making arguments, my wife is making 100,000, I'm making 20,000 or 50,000. It doesn't matter anything because I love my wife. So that is the reason why she loves me. And that's why we get married. We are not talking about making higher money and making lower money. We're discussing about love.
Don't need no stewardship. He already here. Okay.
So what I'm trying to do is this: for people to start talking, well, your wife is making money and more than you. What are you doing? It's because we're discussing about the money. And any anything my wife have, I bring it on the table. Anything I have, I bring it on the table. We are not arguing about anything. We're discussing the law. That's why I love my wife. She doesn't hide anything from me, and I don't hide anything from her.
Man.
Preach, bro. Hey, listen, I agree 100% with you, my brother. I agree with you. Marriage is not a competition. Like he said, anything she got, she put on the table. Anything he have, he put it on the table. There's no argument. And that's a prime example right there. And he's still the man of his house. That's what I'm talking about. Amen. Amen. Anything else, brother?
Hey, Mark.
Yeah. Go ahead, Bill. Bill,
you mentioned about it's a lot of brothers out here that is intimidated by their wife, woman making more money than them, and most of those guys, I would size them up as having control issues. But there's, just like you said, you meet a lot of successful women,
way more than I got.
and that
I'm in them circles.
Yeah. With those same women then been with men that make more money than them. And they didn't have their feel with them. But they looking for love and other things that these guys can't provide. That they had a standard, wanted somebody in corporate America, just like you said. He run most of the men in corporate America, black men, 9 times out of 10, they are a lot of them are gay, and they're not a man. They're not a man such as yourself that's gonna stand for something that'll fall for anything, because they didn't sit there and watch them fall for any and everything, compromise themselves in all kind of ways. So after she didn't, a woman then decided to date or marry a man that has less than her, she's looking for something else. She's looking for something else. The protection. She can provide, but he's a provider. Like you said, it don't matter that he makes $50,000 a year, long as he take care of his part and able to take care of her womanly needs, bring her flowers, buy her birthday and Christmas gift. More than anything, that man got time for her. In most cases, he pays her attention. He listens to her. And I know you tell the truth about the ones that you know. I've seen them.
Man, I'm tell you, I could tell y'all some stories on it, but I ain't gonna put my business out there though, you know. And not one time I'm intimidated anybody to have more than me at all. You ain't gonna snatch my manhood at all. I could be in the shelter.
You just said a point. You just said a point. Let me make my point.
Go ahead,
what
Doc.
all the men is seeing on this page, all the men seeing on this page, and this is from my street sense, my common sense, my book sense. Women that make more than men, a lot of them, a lot of times, that's why we having this conversation. They think they better than them. They think they can talk to them any kind of way. They think they degrade our black men, and that's not fair. I do not degrade my black husband, my African husband. My husband here in America. He ain't looking for no citizenship. He's here. That's why I told him, call in on your phone. He is not degrading. I don't degrade him, period. It don't matter how much I make, and I'm not going to tell him how much I make, but it doesn't matter, because what's mine is his, is mine, period. We own all kinds of stuff. That's not fair. And black women got to stop that mess. They got to stop that shit. If you make more than that man, then if you got a problem with that, then let him go, baby. Let him go. That's not fair. See, that's the problem you all are talking about right now, is that black women make more than black men, and then they want to throw up in your face and then want to talk about you like a dog. That's not fair. I don't talk about my husband.
I don't degrade him
My
and
wife
tell him,
knows
oh, I
that.
make. No, I don't do that to him. I don't say, oh, baby, I make more than you. I'm degrading him. I am bringing down his ego. And by the way, we have a super ego. We have an ego, and that's wrong. You don't do that to a black man. Black men are already being degraded by all other cultures, and you lift these black men up as kings. I look at my husband as a king. This man loved me to death. So that's my point. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Let me turn my put on.
But he was talking about the dating scene, the confusion in the dating, and he was, I'm just throwing it in there from the kitchen sink. I'm just throwing it from the side door. He was talking about the confusion in the dating, and he was asking the lady how many, what kind of man and stuff she wants, and so all of that plays into some form of what kind of relationship that you're going to have. And because somebody in the family, they're gonna say, well, who is she talking to? They're gonna say, well, she's talking to John. And they say, does he work? And they say, well, he's a custodian at the school. Well, they said, okay. And then if she going to college, they're gonna say, oh, that's who she's talking to. I'm saying all of these things are gonna happen. So it all depends how the man gonna feel about it. Okay. If he gonna start to try to go on the upswing,
right?
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Old Timer, let me hold on, sister. I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna say this to Old Timer. And I have 4 daughters, 3 of them grown. I'd rather for my daughter to marry somebody that make $25,000-$50,000. She making $100. If anyone make $100, than marry somebody as equal to her as an income or more than her and mistreat her and cheat on her and don't love her right. See, a lot of men, I'm going to speak this. Hold on. A lot of men, I'm going to tell you, a lot of men think that because they got a big bag of bankroll, they can have any woman they want if they don't have no discipline. There are a lot of them. That's why when they die, a lot of them have secrets. When you find out when they die, they have more children than they announce. There's a lot of secrets gonna come out when some of you guys die because you live in a double lifestyle with that money. Trust me, money don't make a relationship. It helps. It helps. Money is right up there with oxygen. You can't live without it. Now, I'm not saying if you making $40,000 a year and you go run out to a woman that make $100,000, you got to get somebody on your level. Now, if she choose you, so be it. But what I'm saying is, who cares what her family think? As long as she's happy, he loving on her, he ain't cheating on her, he ain't put his hand on her, he ain't verbally and mentally abusing her, I'm good. I'm good. Listen, when it comes to my daughters, I can't offer my daughter sex. I can't offer my daughter companionship. I can't offer that part. I'm a father. I can only offer her fatherly advice. That's all I can do. I can't force her to get you a doctor, get you a lawyer, get you an NBA player. I'm telling you. And I'm going to say this too. A lot of women have in their 20s, in their 30s, they have played around so much and got so many body counts. Now you in your late 30s, now you got a health problem. Now you want to settle down and get married now. And your health ain't to par. Now you mad because a man looking at a younger woman now. But you did everything you wanted to do in your 20s, in your 30s. You dated this man, that man, and you did everything you wanted to do. You didn't want to get married. You got proposed to so many times. Now you want to settle down and get a husband now. But you burnt out now. You got health issues. You're grumpy. Mm-hmm. You're mean. You're mad. Nobody wants you now. Go ahead, sister. Please speak up on your phone. Go ahead. What you got to say?
Oh, hold on. 1 minute.
No, hurry up.
A real woman I said a real woman is going to bring out a real man, period.
No.
A real woman, I'm going to say that again. Yeah.
A man going to be a man regardless.
Yeah. Listen. Hold up, Sarge. Hold up. You had your turn. It's my turn. A real woman is going to bring out a real man. Now, I make more than my man. but he's still my king. He gonna run the household. He gonna do what he's gonna be. He's gonna run the household. Period. Regardless, he's gonna run the household. I'm gonna know my part. I'm gonna know to sit down, and I'm gonna know to stay in my place. A lot of women don't know how to submit, but yes, that's because they don't know no better. When you know better, you do better. Hell, I can take a bum off the street, feed him, dress him, treat him nice. He's still gonna be what? A king to my castle. He gonna sit at the head of my table. Some women don't know their place. Period. So I'm gonna tell the truth and saying the devil. A lot of women don't know their place, and a lot of women go down on it.
Listen, that's why a lot of women out here don't have no husband, because with that same mentality, they trying to line. Listen. That's why a lot of women, they looking for all these men and making all this money, and they ain't even in them circles. The men don't want them. Their body count too high.
That's true.
They don't want them. They don't want them. See, what y'all don't know, women, men, we visual. We go out to what we like. Listen, your degrees, that's your degree. That's your bag that you got. That's your two flat that you have. We might pick a waitress over you. I'm just telling you. Yeah, or a stripper. It might. You just don't know. It's what the man like. It ain't what you think we should go after you. It's what we like. That's how we choose.
Hunters, though.
He
the
that
man.
right.
A
He
man's
that
job is to be a hunter.
Right. He that find a wife find a good thing. Go ahead, Sarge.
Right.
But see, Martin, what's not understood is men don't give a damn what a woman makes. Men are like this. Are you going to keep the peace and harmony in what's being built? Or are you going to distract from that? You know what I'm saying? Because don't no man want to come home after working a hard day's work and come home to a headache. You want to come home.
I'm going to be with you.
That's true.
No,
I agree with you.
Hold on. Now, that's the reason a lot of men, you'll get a man that's making good money, and his woman is a cashier at the dollar store. And it's like, man, you can get a woman that's making whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, I could get a woman that's making whoop, 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 whoop. But you know what she ain't going to do? If I got a certain look on my face or it's a certain energy, she going to ask me what's wrong. And she ain't going to be like, what's wrong with you? She going to be like, baby, what's wrong? Right. Talk to me. Get that out. See?
Right.
She going to take care of me.
Right.
That's all a man needs to be, is taken care of.
That's true. Right. You right, sir. Now, I agree with you 100%.
You right. The right way. The right way.
Right. My husband. My husband, you had a problem yesterday. Hold on real quick. You had a problem. What did I do? I calmed you down.
You take care of the problem.
See?
You make sure everything's perfect.
That's what it
takes.
takes.
Calmed you down.
But Mark, you need to go back to the sister that talked about the monkey wrench and find out when is this going to happen, because you got a lot of people that want to live on Lakeshore Drive. They got to have somebody that's comparable to them. And so when they find out that the man is not matching them wits for wits, they're trying to find somebody. They're going to say these men out here don't know nothing. And now, but the bottom line is the man wants that woman. He wants her. And he can't get her.
Old timer. You caught up in classism. That's what you caught up in, bro. Yeah, you caught up in classism, old timer. Old timer, listen. Old timer, listen. Folks want to be happy. Okay. We don't want no. We don't want no fairy tale marriage. We both got finances, and we sleep in a separate room. We can't stand each other guts, but to the church we look good. Come on, man. People, I want to be happy. I'm not coming home to no mean house. Not me. I'm not. Listen, that's me. I'm just speaking on me. Let me speak on me real quick, Sarge. I'm not coming home to no mean, hateful woman. Trust me. If I can't get along, I'm gone. We gone. Now we could try to work some things out, get some counseling. Boo, if it don't work, I'm gone. Period. I'm not running my block. I don't care what the pastor think. I don't care what my co-workers think. I'm gonna have a peace of mind. You ain't gonna kill me.
Amen.
I'm telling you, I'm on the other side of 50. You're not gonna kill me. I'm not gonna worry about if you sleep with the janitor. I'm not gonna be worried about you smiling another man's face. I'm gonna trust you that you're gonna do the right thing. And if you don't do the right thing, I'm gonna deal with it. Period. I'm gonna deal with it, brother. I'm looking for happiness. I'm not looking for no Hollywood marriage. I'm looking for happiness. Period, brother. Peace of mind. Listen, my friend, Bill, he on here. Bill said, man, I'm not worried about my wife cheating. I'm on the road. I got to watch this road. I can't be thinking about worrying about my wife sleeping with another man. He tell me that all the time. So I'm driving. I got to stay focused. You know? Man, listen, people. Listen, people.
What you just said.
Go ahead, Bill. Go ahead, Bill.
Wait, Mark just said. They spoke on woman want to feel peace.
I know my wife will never speak.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. Go ahead, Bill. Go ahead, Bill. Go ahead, Bill.
A woman want to be provided for and protection. What men look for is peace, harmony, and hopefully some good food.
Tell the truth.
And some loving.
And shame. Tell the truth,
even when
Bill.
it ain't no good loving, that peace means more than anything, man.
Tell it.
It does.
Tell it, Bill.
And when you get it, and you're a good man with good intentions, as the Bible says, you will bring forth good things. It gives, when you got that peace and understanding, it gives you the courage to go out here and fight all of everything that's against the black man in the workforce or in America. That's all I got to say.
Listen. Let me say this to y'all too. Hold on. Let me say this. Hold on. Let me just say something. Let me just say that. Some of you women, I don't care how many men offer to take you out or propose to you. If you ain't got no husband, that's on you. Evidently, something ain't right then. If you ain't never been married before, and you done date all these men, and what's happening? You sleep with all these men. Now at one time, your body count getting higher and higher and higher and higher and higher.
Amen.
That's what it's going.
Amen.
Dirty.
Listen. Listen.
Well,
no, man.
Martin,
listen. Hold on, Sarge. Hold on. Because I see a lot of women on here talking that stuff. You know, men ask me out. Listen, I'm not worried about how many men can you catch. I'm worried about can you keep what you catch. That's what I'm impressed by.
Damn.
That's what I'm impressed by.
So,
come on now. Because you got men out here will stick their penis in anything that's walking, male or female.
I'm one of them.
Listen, stop it, Sarge.
Not a male.
Oh, you said too late. Oh, Sarge, you told me. But listen.
Not a male.
Listen.
See, this is what. See, now it's all coming out. It's all coming out.
Listen. But I'm telling you,
your color's showing now.
all you people out there, both males and females, I don't care how many women that you can pull and all that. Just keep living. Your teeth gonna fall out. Just keep living. You're going to get that little under chin, the extra chin up under your thing. Keep living. You're going to start wrinkling up your hair. Your hairline going to start receiving hairline. Just keep living. Trust me. And trust me. And I'm going to tell you some women, I love y'all, but listen, men ain't marrying too many women their age. They going under, a little bit under. I just got to tell the truth. You know, I ain't saying they not doing it. But they look for younger meat. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. I'm a man. I'm keeping it real with you. So y'all keep on playing the field, doing whatever you want to do it. Then you start having these hot flashes. Now you decide you want to settle down. Man, ain't finna take all that. And I'm gonna tell you another thing too.
There you go. You know, I told you about that hot flash thing. That's why I don't have no overnight yet.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you another thing. Most of these men out here, they are not going to settle with you when you got these thug teenagers in your house. shooting and robbing and killing and carjacking. And you don't want him saying nothing to him. You want him to pay a bill, but he can't say nothing to your son or your daughter. See, men, they'll screw you, but you're not gonna be the one that they want to marry and settle down with. I'm telling you. Take it from me. I know. I'm a man. I'm in them circles. I hear men talking. We pillow talk. Trust me. So if you want, you listen. You want to go and be single with your dog living on a lake, with yourself, with your lonely self. And I'm gonna see you on Facebook with your girls hitting them on the booty. All y'all girls night out, hitting them on the booty, because you ain't got no man, because ain't no man gonna put up with your mess. Period. Because the man you want, he don't want you. The man that you want, he don't want you. And the man that wants you don't want him. Hold on, I'm talking. Sarge, hold on. Yeah. You're going to be lonely, and you're going to sleep in the bed with your dog, your pit bull, your doodle, your toy dog. And you're going to be mad. You're going to be mad, and you're going to pass that same hate that you got to your daughter. You don't need no man. Focus on yourself. You don't need no man. You're going to pass that same hate. And a lot of you parents, you hating on your daughter because she got somebody and you ain't got nobody. I'm telling the truth. I know y'all don't want to hear it. You're going to block me after this. You're going to block me after this live, but that's okay.
I'm blocking you.
That's okay. I don't care.
I'm just kidding.
I don't care. But we got a new caller, y'all. 469. 469 area code. Come on.
My husband wanted to say something. We don't want to hear from him. He wants to say something. But let them talk.
No. Go ahead, husband. Go ahead, husband. Go ahead, husband.
Okay. You see, my daughter, Jamila, I love her and she loves me. I don't think she loved like a father. And there's nothing that's going to make me to change my mind for stop loving her the way I love her mother. And my wife loves my son. So keep on judging, loving. Love is one thing that is it's a responsible thing that you can create for yourself. Have to love your wife, and people should be together. And you have to maintain yourself.
Keep going. What else?
And I really love my wife, and I love my daughters, and I love my wife loves our children. And when we're going to grow up with that and live with it till we die.
I have a question for you. Do I give you problems?
My wife never gave me problem. My wife will advise me most of all the time. And most of all the time when she advised me, she said the right thing. Like yesterday, what happened to me, if not for my wife, I could have been in serious problem.
Okay, no nice to you or nothing right now.
Because people keep on robbing me, taking money out of me, but I don't even know. But my wife stood behind me and make sure she defend me. I can get my money back. Because I'm a businessman.
Okay.
So for that reason, I will love my wife till I die.
All right.
I support you. You know, that's how you show love. Support your husband as your king. I support my husband. I don't care how much I make. He don't care how much I make. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't supposed to go against. If that person is for you, they for you. If they not, they're not. And period. You don't do that. You know, and they in Liberia, they show love, and some people don't. Everywhere in the world, you know, and it goes from there. And you just don't do that. You know, you don't mistreat people, because I'm telling you, what goes around, come around.
That's it.
It's just karma.
That's it.
It's a karma.
Let's take this new caller. Okay, Doc. All right. 331. One caller hung up. No problem. 331 area code. Come on, caller. 331 area code. They hung up. They ain't gonna, let's say they hung up. I'm not gonna be looking for them. But see, what I'm saying is, people, listen. Let me just say this too. What I don't like is when people try to give advice. They ain't never finished high school. They never kept a job more than a year. All they ever done is sold drugs, being in and out of the street, sleep with this woman, that woman, doing all these things. They have never, don't even have a GED, and they want to tell you how to keep a woman. You know, come on now. That's ain't never been married, don't want to be married, but you want to come on here and tell me how to do things, how things are. I always say the best example is experience, I tell you. And most married people, they don't listen to single people advice, period. I've been there, I know. Trust me, I've been there. Let a single person come up to me and start talking, man, you should do this. Listen, you don't know nothing about no marriage. You need to be quiet. Stay in your lead. I'm telling you. Now, there's a lot of married people on this live right now, and they know. They don't take a lot of single people advice, if none, probably. You know? Marriage is a sacred thing. Very sacred. Real talk. You know?
Hey, Martin.
Yeah.
Hey, Martin, I tell you, like, when I was with Lisa, you know, she passed away and all that. Everybody that knows us, they like, boy, I bet if she wouldn't have passed away, y'all probably be married right now because y'all work so good together.
Yeah. Sarge, hold it right there. Let me get this new call.
Good together.
Sarge, let me get this. They hung up. They called back. 469. 469. Come on, caller.
Hello?
Hello. Come on. You going to be my last? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You're live. Talk, caller.
We talking about.
What? No,
okay,
hold on. What do you want to talk about, caller? Tell me we talking about relationships and stuff. What do you want to talk about?
Relationship.
What do you have you been listening?
Huh?
Yeah,
no, not really. No, not really.
Well, you shouldn't be calling in if you wasn't listening.
Well, I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem.
No, somebody told me to check in. That's all.
Okay, well, you could listen, but you should comment.
We thought you was on another topic.
Oh, no. We talking about relationship and different. Okay, go ahead,
relationship with my husband died.
Okay.
Oh, God bless you. God bless you.
Goodbye. My husband died on me, but he left me. We got married in April. He left me in July, and I haven't seen him in 14 years, and he passed on that. I would have took him back because I never got an answer on why he did what he did, and I never knew why he died. But I felt that if, like the young man said, if he was still living, I probably would have ran into him. I guess he would get me the answers I need. But right now, that's all about Jesus and just forgiving him for what he did to me.
Did he make more money than you?
Yeah, he was he retired from the military.
Okay, so did you make more money than him?
No.
Okay, so see, that's what the conversation is about. So that
no, brother. That ain't what the conversation. No, hold on, brother. Hold it, brother. Hold it, brother. Hold it, brother. There's number one host here. That's me. Me here. You know, you You gotta stay in your lane, bro. You know what I'm saying? Please. No disrespect, but please. And number one host. Go ahead. Yeah, you know. Come on now, bro. And I already told you, brother. Everybody on this live probably older than you, brother. And that street talk, that pimp talk, that ain't gonna work on here, bro. At all. It ain't gonna work. That simp talk and all that ain't gonna work, brother. There ain't nothing there. You know what I'm saying? Most of these people on here, include myself, we about family. That's what we about. That street life ain't about nothing. It's gonna land you in prison, in jail, and all messed up lonely. Trust me. That's what it's gonna land you, because it ain't about nothing, brother. Trust me, the streets don't love nobody. I'm telling you.
Nobody.
Eat
you alive.
Eat you alive. I know about it.
You know, them streets was here when you was born. They still gonna be here when you gone.
Yeah.
And you ain't gonna never hold a deed to them. Hello.
Yeah. Hello. That's it. You know, the brother said he wasted time. He could have had a pension. You know, but it happens.
Yeah.
It happens. So, you know, old timer, he go to the prison. He was doing the prison ministry. And he sees so many young guys. So many young guys. Old time, real quick. Tell us about your prison, man. You go to, you see them guys in prison and all that. What was some of the things they was saying? You was telling them.
I cried.
Hold on, Mama.
Well,
Old timer, go ahead, old timer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, old timer.
Yeah, you go in there, and you're in there for 45 minutes, and you got a group of about 25 people in there, and your topic, whatever your topic is, that's what you gonna start out. But you be asking general questions because some of them want to say, "Pray for my baby mama," pray for my girlfriend. She pregnant. And stuff like that. And you, after you hear that so long, then you start to gain a relationship with them. And then you say, well, young man, why you up at, well, I mean, you can't just get so personal with them, but you got to, you're going to be telling them, say, well, man, you don't even look like you ought to be up in this jail. They say, well, man, I made some mistakes in different things. But when you start asking them about what they're going to do when they get out, whether they want to get married and stuff, or how many of them married that's in there, you might have one hand that go up. And I said, well, wait a minute. I know I ain't the only brother in here that's married. I said, don't y'all want to be married? Man, they don't have nothing to do with it. But they still talk about their girlfriend being pregnant in different things. And then nobody won't admit that they did anything that's wrong neither. Everybody in the jail, well, they said, I did this here. And they said I did that. But hardly nobody don't want to admit that they did nothing wrong at all. See, so my conversation to them is that, if you're dealing with games, you need to leave that alone. They know you be telling the truth. I'm telling you, man, I have, this is no lie. I have had countless people that come up to me on the street and they say, you don't remember me, huh? And I say, well, let me say, I'm trying to think. And they say, think about downtown. I said, okay, well, you was down there. And then they tell me some things that I told them. And I said, well, how you doing now? And some of them be trying to be on the upswing, but some of them go back in there. But my statement to them is that you have to come out of that lifestyle and you have to get into the flow of things and make things better for yourself. Because once you get into mainstream living, man, ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. You got to make it. You got to put your best foot forward. I ain't gonna say nobody ain't gonna give you nothing because people will be helping you. We had a thing for people they call FIST. Inmates striving. Striving. It was an acronym for something that we got out here, and you got programs for inmates. Mm-hmm. But you got to want to go in there. You can't just run with your partner all the time because that's what got you in there the first time.
Tell you, old man. And
so, you got to give it to them straight. And some of them accept it, but a lot of them don't accept it.
And old time.
That's what be happening in that.
Old time. As being a married man, any married men on here, most married men that's married and take their family serious, certain risks they're not going to be out here taking, period. They're just not going to take it. Certain things they're not going to get involved in because they got a family and they don't want. The worst thing in the world is you get locked up and go to prison, another man sleep with your wife, and you can't provide for your family. That's a hurting feeling right there. That is a hurting feeling.
Well,
that's a hurting feeling.
Yeah, that's it, because when you're in the county, when you just in the county jail, you don't stay there for so long. But if you get found guilty of your charges, then they ship you off to the prison. And when you go to the prison, you're going to be there at least for a year. Unless you go down there and do what they call 65 days, so you won't have to stay for a year.
Right.
You might do 65 straight days and you get out right fast. But man, them boys in the jail, they be telling the boys, okay, man, now you go out there on that street, but make sure you come back in here now. They be giving the mandate and make sure that they come back in that jail and stuff. So these boys get back out on that street and they go back out there and do something else and go back in that jail again. And I've seen that's what they call recidivism. They have a recidivism program that try to keep people from going back in there. But they go back up in there because they want to go back there while their partners at.
Okay, old time. We're going to leave it right there, man. I'm going to close out. We've been on here 3 hours and 13 minutes. I got to get out of here, people. I appreciate y'all staying with me. I want to thank all the guests. I want to thank all the people that was in the comment. Make sure if you haven't liked the video, hit like on hit like on the like button. And I want to thank all, as always, people, we don't agree with everything what each other we saying, and we have disagreements, but at the same time, we still can listen to each other's opinions and views. That's what I tell people. This is one of the only shows where you don't have to agree with the host and for me to listen to you. So I'll try to be as patient. I don't ask you guys to do nothing that I'm not doing. So y'all know I do less talking. I do more listening. Sometimes I go into my little 5-10 minute rant, but I'll calm down and let the guests come on and talk because I want to hear from you guys because I'm learning. I'm learning, people. I'm learning, and none of us really look like what we've been through. Like I was telling the young man on here, I said, man, on this live here, you got all types of people. You just don't know. We just ain't saying what we used to be and what we used to do. But it's a lot of us have done some things that we're not proud of, and we wish if we can take them back, we'll take them back. But it is what it is. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. This is live, uncut. I go in peace. A peace of mind is everything.
You already know what it is.
What is it?
Live,
uncut,
and unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Tell the truth. I love being and shame the devil.
Right.
I love being black.
Good night. Good morning. Whatever. It's still good night. Good night.